and gentlemen, welcome to the Sascha Simms Rolligion stream. I appreciate you all being here. Thank you for sticking around as we had to reschedule, but we're very excited to have him on. Lots of amazing skating, great character, and I'm sure amazing stories from Sascha, but we're listening right now to Epicenter, the metal band that he's a part of. He is the lead singer. So
oh shit.
Let's bring him on. Let's see what he has to say. Sascha, welcome. Shirt's coming off.
I actually have an Epicenter shirt on inside.
There you go.
Perfect.
This started sexy.
Oh yeah. Man, the ratings just shot up. YouTube's calling.
This is what we're talking about. Come on.
Religion. Sascha, welcome. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here, dude. Thank you.
We appreciate it much. Meta, how you doing, my friend?
Yeah, how
Doing
you
good,
brother?
man.
Good. I'm
Not
glad.
bad. Here in New York, doing the thing.
Doing the thing.
Oh, man.
Yes, sir.
Is it like crazy hot in New York right now?
I will say only if you're like in places with buildings, like where there's a lot of buildings around you and it's hot. It's suffocating. Here.
Yeah, they like retain heat, like.
Yeah, like you feel all the waves coming out of them. Yeah.
Lots of light reflecting off those windows. Fun stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's super hot and sticky out here. Like, luckily, my wife was able to go swimming. It was super nice.
Where you go swimming?
So there's like this little river spot that's like it's like 20 minutes away from us. Like nice spot we can take the dogs and stuff.
Sweet.
Oh, that sounds nice.
many
That's a
dogs you
house
got?
like.
Yeah, it's called Dort Road, and it's weird because like when I was in high school, we used to go there all the time, and it was like kind of this like little out of the way spot that not a lot of people knew about, and then like one college student found out and told everybody, and now it's like super populated.
Yeah.
So like which like doesn't make it bad or anything, but like I do kind of like the like secret like hidden little swimming spots.
Yeah.
So, like there's definitely a lot of places to swim where I'm at here in New Hampshire, but like you definitely gotta know like the good spots to go, and you gotta make sure that you only tell like your friends who don't share. Like
yeah, that's
or else
that's what it's like with skate spots here, because the city tears them down so quick.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet. Like all the skate spots out here, when we had more people that rode and like the skate park scene around here was like super lively, they would put in like some new ledges or something, and it would be sick for like the first week or so, and then all the skateboarders and bikers would find out, and they would just chunk the shit out of everything.
Yeah.
Damn.
Like couldn't be skated anymore, and after they get all chunked up, the town would freak out and they'd like cap it or just destroy it. Like Keene, New Hampshire, dude, like they used to take that shit so seriously. It's not as bad. It's really not, because I think like because there's such a little skate scene here now, and a lot of the skateboarders, like the younger skateboard kids, like they're not as, how do I put it, like they're not as like crazy as like the dudes I grew up with were, where like they don't really skate street.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's mainly like they all stick to like ankle high curbs and like flat ground tricks, where like when I was when I was in like high school, like the skateboarders and bikers I grew up with, they were insane. They were all like really incredibly talented dudes, and they were like we would find like this like crazy double set or something, and one of our friends would be like, I'm gonna fucking kickflip it, dude. And like they would just like break their legs, and like
yeah,
it would just
hardcore.
who we rode with fucking send it. But like that, that was the early 2000s style of riding, and like now it's a lot more chill. But so I think like because we don't have that heavy of a scene anymore, the town has kind of relaxed, and I also feel like people who are in the position to give you shit are our age, and they grew up seeing that sort of thing, so they don't really care. Like any of the cops I run into nowadays are like my age or younger,
Oh,
and
okay.
yeah, and they're actually like cool. They're like, oh yeah, rollerblades, man. Like I remember that. That's pretty sick. Like what are you guys doing? And we're like, we're trying to skate this rail. And they're like, well, you can't do that, but it is really sick, man. Because before they would we had like cops that would straight up just like tackle you and like
Oh,
arrest you. And
let's
yeah,
backtrack it
and
then. Like, how did
yeah,
you
go ahead.
actually get into skating?
Oh boy. Okay, like pretty typical kind of thing. Like I still am like super hardcore ADHD kid who couldn't sit still. And my mom worked in the town across the Connecticut in Vermont, this town Brattleboro. And where'd you guys go?
We're watching you. We're still here.
Oh, okay.
You've got the center stage, my friend.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's kind of weird talking about.
I'll bring it back up. I wish you could still see us when I did that. It's kind of annoying.
No, yeah. So my mom worked in this town, Brattleboro, and there was a indoor skate park on Flat Street called the Teen Center, and my mom was like, she would bring me to work, but she couldn't really have me at work because like I would just be like running around and getting into trouble and stuff. So one of her friends was like, "Oh, you should just have him go to the teen center. It's like right down the street." And so I would go there, and they had some dudes who were skateboard instructors, and I just took to it. Like I started skateboarding at like 6, and
Whoa.
I got pretty decent at it pretty quickly, and I was, it was like everything to me because like it was like a really great place for me to get my energy out, and it was just fun, and it's like all I wanted to do. And then some kids in my hometown of Chesterfield, these two brothers who lived up the street from me, they had a pair of rollerblades, and they were like everyone who's like our age knows these rollerblades. It was like the Kmart store brand blade with plastic shitty wheels, and like they were super uncomfortable, but like I was like, oh man, you gotta let me try those things. So I got on them, and I was just skating around our neighborhood, and I was like, these are amazing. Like I was so just like it blew my mind that you could have like wheels on your feet.
Yeah.
So I begged my parents like every single day for like the next 4 years to get a pair of rollerblades, and I was for my 10th birthday. My mom was like, okay, like what do you want to do? Do you want a new skateboard or do you want a set of rollerblades? And I was like, well, I got a skateboard. Like, let me get some skates. So she bought me a pair of Rossi's just like rec skates. Like they were the M12 boot, but they had basically like what they have now was the plastic frame with the 80 mil wheels.
Yeah.
And yeah, dude, and I rode those things until they exploded, and then like I was mainly just riding them around my town. Like I was finding like the biggest hills I could bomb down, and then it occurred to me, oh, I could take these to the skate park, so I did. And as soon as I figured out that I could like do flips on like half pipes and quarter pipes, I was like, that's it, I'm done, I'm doing this. Because I did gymnastics when I was a kid, so like doing flips and stuff just translated on skates super well,
Okay.
and that's that's all I did. Yeah. Once I figured out I could do flips and spins and shit, that was game over. But I did rollerblade and skateboard like on and off depending on who I was hanging out with, because I had a lot, like one of my closest friends, like he was a skateboarder, and I had skateboards and stuff as well as skates, so if he was skateboarding I would just skateboard with him, and if my rollerblade friends were around I'd rollerblade.
Yeah.
And I think it was I was like maybe like 17 or 18 when I just said fuck everything else and just decided to strictly stick to rollerblading like
Mhm.
100%. And that's like all I've been doing for the last like 20 years.
Wow.
Shows, my man.
Wow.
Ah,
Yeah.
I appreciate
Yeah, dude. What was your first grind?
a front side, but
The front
not
side.
a good one. Well, I say that because I I would ride. Oh, that clip. That
I
was
love
really
that
hard.
clip, dude.
That was really really hard to do.
It looks really hard.
Um,
It's
well, it sucks because it was one of those things that like I just had the idea and then I did it, and I did it like perfectly the first try without like really thinking about it, and then I
Yep.
was like, oh, like hey, I think my buddy Mason filmed that for me, and I was like, yo Mason, like can I get this clip on my phone? And he's like, yeah. And then as soon as I started filming, it took me like 50 tries, like which is like what always happens.
Yep. I can
But
relate.
yeah,
that's so technical, dude.
my first grind was it was a front side on an 8-foot half pipe, but I didn't I didn't do what everyone else did, where you like take the wheels out of the middle of your skates. So what I would do is I would just get going really fast, and I would just like basically power slide on my middle wheels on the coping, and it would make that really horrible wheeling noise, and then I'd come to a stop and almost fall over and have to drop in. So that was technically my first grind, but I'd say like my first actual grind was a soul. Like once I got a proper pair of aggressive skates, I think like a soul was like my first grind.
That's crazy, dude.
You
That's crazy.
you've really been throwing down in those mesmers. What do you think of the TS2s? You make them look so good.
You know what, dude? Like I really loved the SSMs, and I had been riding Shadow for a while, and I got really used to the Shadows. And when the Mesmers, when they dropped the TS2s, and I got a pair, I was a little worried about how they were gonna feel. But like honestly, they just feel like a better version of the SSMs.
All right.
Like, yeah, like they're sturdier, they flex better, but they still have that sole plate,
Yeah.
and and the backside groove on those things is fucking awesome. Like it's so good. Like I'm really enjoying them. I like them a lot.
Awesome. Yeah, I love my
Yeah,
TS1s. They're definitely my favorite skate right now.
really. I heard people were having issues with how narrow they were. That's why I kind of waited for the TS2s, because I like a wider skate,
Yeah.
and the TS2s kind of widen the toe box a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I as soon as they downsized the shell and then fit the second skin with the wider toe box, I was like, I just love the second skin. I knew that I was gonna love the skate, but no, I absolutely second everything you just said though. That the sole plate's fantastic, the flex is perfect. But yeah, you definitely made good use of that backslide plate, huh? Goodness.
Uh,
And
well,
the toe groove.
yeah, so it's kind of funny. Like if you look at the toe of the sole plate, it's got that little like notch.
Yeah.
that kind of like goes upward, and it just locks in perfectly if you can get your toe onto like a sharp ledge, you know.
Yeah.
Um,
Dang, man.
I basically like with the toe grind thing, like I basically was just like, uh, what's like the weirdest, dumbest thing I can do, and and like and I mean like it was really like a joke, like where me and my buddy Cameron were at the Brattleboro skate park with that ledge,
Yeah.
and I was like I just, you know, we were sitting there and I was like, all right, check this shit out, and I just like skated off and came back, and I like did the toe thing, and I honestly didn't really expect to like lock it or anything, and then like I locked it for like a little bit and slid like a foot or so, and I was like, oh, you can actually, oh man, you can actually do that. I was just fucking around. I was just joking, but I guess I kind of got to go for it. And then, you know, like 9 million tries later, I was able to get that clip.
Crazy.
But
Yeah, I think like I see these tricks. I'm like, man, it will be very interesting to see you and Jimmy Sis have a like go at it and creating tricks like this in a ledge.
I would love to
what?
see
Who?
you and Kraft play a game of skate.
Oof.
You and Michael Kraft.
Yeah, I would love to skate with Michael. He is he's very interesting. Like him and Dominic Bruce are like two of my favorite dudes to watch right now.
Yeah, dude.
Because their edits are so much fun, because like every single clip that comes up, you don't know what's gonna happen. Like
Mm-hmm.
every single clip is surprising,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Yes.
and that's like what I'm looking for right now whenever I watch content. I just want to be baffled, or even if it's not like the hardest trick in the world, I just want to see people get weird. You know,
Agreed.
I just want to see weird shit happening. I want to see people thinking outside the box.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I love that.
Yeah. Yeah, the ski boards.
Ski boards, yeah, I'll go back quick. Those are
Oh
pretty
yeah.
wild. What do you think of those?
Oh dude, they're amazing. So
Yeah.
okay, so this is this pretty large piece of my life right now. So Summit ski boards, like shout out Summit ski boards. Um, the actually I have to thank Yan for turning me on to that company, because I was riding down to New York with him to go to the Metro Card, and I was talking about how I was like quitting snowboarding because okay, let me back up a little bit. Okay, so I snowboarded for a long time, and then I took like a long break, like a good like 10-year break of not snowboarding, because like it's just really expensive. And then me and my wife were like, you know what, like we should get back into riding, because she's a skier. And I was like, yeah, like we got time, we got money right now, like yeah, let's get back into riding, let's hit up some mountains. And I got a new setup. I got this like really sick lobster snowboard and new bindings, new boots, and everything. And I, you know, hit this little local hill that's like a park hill, and I was like, yeah, man, like I can totally do all the tricks I used to do, and I could not, and I wound up eating it really hard and getting this really bad concussion, and I had to go to the hospital, and it was so bad, dude. I like broke like a bone like near my eye, and yeah, it was really serious. And the problem I was having was I had been skating for so long that I didn't really like my body mechanics were all wrong for snowboarding, where I didn't really feel comfortable standing sideways and landing sideways. So like what would happen is if I was trying to spin out of a trick or something, I would catch my edge, and it would just
Yeah,
like it would just
okay.
I would like slap my head against the ground,
Yeah.
and like and yeah, and it like kept happening, and I was just like getting so frustrated, and I was starting to get scared to go out. So I was like, okay, I can't do this. Like, but I still want to do a winter sport. So, one of my buddies who used to live with me left a pair of skis in my basement, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it, let's try skiing. I've never skied. Like, that's not been a thing like that I've ever done. I didn't grow up doing it or anything, but I got the skis all set up, and I hit that local hill, and it made a lot more sense. You know, it kind of translated to skating pretty well. The only issue I was having is that skis are huge, and so it kind of felt like my feet were bolted to a canoe,
Yeah.
and I was just trying to like move these giant like fucking helicopter propellers around, and it was really hard, and like, you know, I was hitting jumps and stuff, but I wasn't like doing anything that I was really happy with. So I was telling this to Yan on the ride down to New York, and he was like, oh, well, you should hit up this company Summit. They make ski boards, and they're all a bunch of bladers, and their whole thing is like
Oh.
trying to get, yeah, their whole thing is trying to get more bladers to try like winter sports with ski boards. And I was like, okay. So I hit him up, and I hit up this dude. I got in contact with this guy, Cameron Cox, and he got back to me, and he was like, oh, Sascha, I know you. I watch your stuff all the time. Love you, man. Like, have fucking ski boards. So like so he sent me a pair of ski boards, and dude, it's so sick. They're so much fun. Like, it really, really is like blading on snow.
It looks
Like,
fun.
anybody. Yeah, no, it's super fun. Like, right now, like, anybody listening who lives in an area where you can ski and you want to like do something that's really close to rollerblading, go to Summit's website and get a pair of fucking Summit ski boards. They're so sick. Yeah, like, you can do stuff like this. You can like dude, literally within like the first week of riding these things, I was doing like flat fives and
No way.
like flat. Yeah, like I was literally doing all the stuff I could on skates. Like, it's that. Yeah, that's where Besky, dude. That's fucking Dustin.
Whoa.
He's killing it in those things right now. Like,
Dude, that is so
yeah,
sick.
Awesome.
yeah. Big giant fat shout out to Summit
Hey,
Skiboards.
homie Biz.
Big homie Biz.
Cool.
Yeah, Biz on him, dude. Montre has a pair
Montre.
now.
Bro, I gotta get some
Yeah.
of these. It snows so much here.
Oh hell yeah, dude. Yeah, where are you at?
I'm in West Michigan. So
Oh,
the
yeah.
whole Michigan thing. Here's the state. I live right here.
Oh, dude, get your those ski boards, dude. You're gonna have a lot of fun.
I definitely will now, man. Like I'm like was starting to consider it, but so many people have told me they feel like blading. But oh hey, cool Kev, or Kelv, sorry Calvin. Man, this is pretty cool though. I really never stopped to consider how much like a shorter ski would make a difference, but I totally can understand that.
Well, I mean, I have a set of like older kind of like 90s ski boards in my basement, and I would ride those things like kind of just for fun, like to fuck around with.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they're just not very good.
Mm.
And so like the riding experience on those was like it was fun, and it was kind of close to blading, but because they were just not very well built, it like didn't translate as well as it could. But the build quality of Summit ski boards is so like high that it's just you're going to have a good riding experience with them. Like, talking to Cameron, he was saying that like they put more time and energy into building them than some most like major ski companies that make a lot of skis that people ride professionally.
Mm.
like because they want them to last and they want people to have like the best experience they can, because apparently there's a big stigma in the ski world about ski boards. Like
Huh.
basically the way the rest of a lot of extreme sports views rollerblading, the ski world views ski boarding, where they're
Wow.
like, yeah, there's a lot of hate and there's like, huh, dumb little skis, you know.
Huh.
So like,
Gotta love it.
dude, it's weird everywhere, but you know what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Um, but that's the
Yeah.
thing though, is like talking to Cameron, he was saying that where he's like, yeah, we're just trying to really like step it up in the ski board market because there aren't a lot of people that make them. And so like Summit, is really just trying to stand out with like how good their product is. And also like it's really cool because they're willing to work with a lot of people. Like I said, like Cameron, had seen my content and he was immediately like, "Yes, I want you involved here. Like, just please produce content. It'll be good. Like, I trust you." And then like he got Montre involved, and he got Dustin involved, and he got Big Homie Biz involved, and like this quad skater Bomb Shelly, like she rides them, like a bunch of people, and they're not shy about like who they work with because they just want people to experience like this like niche little snow sport. And
Hmm.
just like us in the blading world, we're trying to push it as hard as we can. They're doing the same thing. But apparently things are going well. Like talking to Cameron about like the last few years of them doing business, they've like sold out of their stock. Like last year, they sold out everything they had.
Wow, that's
Which
great.
I know it's really good to hear.
Yeah, yeah. I love to like hear a story like that, like so similar to our culture, you know? Like also seeing the videos, honestly, it's like I was like, oh yeah, I kind of have an idea of how it's gonna be, but I haven't even actually, I never dove into even just
Yeah.
watching the videos,
This is
and now
cool.
I see the videos, and it's like this is like this looks like skating, you know? Like it
It,
looks like
I
yeah,
love
like
this.
skating should like it looks like skating should look to me like when I talk about flow and like thinking about flow all the time, like
yeah.
what 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 do you like to talk about when it comes to blading? Is it like this kind of like flow or like weirdness or like
I I would. I don't know, man. I like. I'm a real nerd when it comes to blading. Like I like talking about anything involving skating. Like I can just
Yeah.
go on about it. Like I drive my wife insane with how much I talk about
Same.
it. It's like it's funny because I get around other bladers, and like it's really nice to be able to just nerd out about like all the stuff. Like I love talking about skate technology. I love talking about like the culture. I love talking about like the tricks. I love talking about um I love talking about video parts, like other skaters. I guess if I had to narrow it down to like one thing that I'm really passionate about, I think it's just I really love talking about the mechanics that go into skating. Like like when I was a kid, I was really into, like, I think like every 90s kid was super into martial arts, like karate. Like, and like I would watch a shitload of like Bruce Lee and Jackie Chan films, and I just got really obsessed with how they did things. And I would get these VHSs, and I would like rewind like Jackie Chan doing like a really crazy like parkour move or like a really crazy fight sequence, and I would just like watch like every movement they did and try to understand like how they were doing it so effectively. And so with blading, like I kind of feel the same way, where like if I see someone do something really rad, I want to like understand it fully, like right to like what were their toes doing when inside their boots when they were doing this move. So like yeah, and I think that's one of the reasons why I've kind of gone in a more like, I guess like weird kind of avant-garde style of skating, like more kind of tech but also like not tech at the same time. I don't really know.
I would
Dude,
argue
Yeah, like,
the weirder a
this one
trick,
is
the
crazy.
more tech it requires. Yeah, this is like
I
insane.
Yeah, that double fast slide, dude. That double fast slide. I'm like, that effect that you describe of like, I want to understand how this fast will. That's exactly what you made me think when you did that double fast slide. I was like,
And then that too, man, just casual little like toothpick, toe pick, whatever you call that.
with the dream shirt.
it
Movement.
didn't feel actual. Yeah, that was a tough one. Like that actually took me a while. So okay, so this like I've seen Eugen do this trick, and I he did it in Annie Rocker, which I think would make it a lot easier, but I was doing it flat, and what I figured out about doing it flat is if you look really closely, my middle wheels are touching the ledge. So what I did was is I got enough speed to where I could like push my weight forward super hard, and my wheels would kind of like push against me so I could stay upright. So I'm kind of like sliding through it, and the friction of the wheels is what's helping me hold my balance. So it's like I'm sliding, but I'm also getting that kind of braking force from the wheels, and that kind of kept me upright.
That's dope.
Like, yeah, and like once I figured out that because like I was trying it and I was trying to just get on my H block, but my feet kept kind of like doing this thing. So then like I was like, all right, whatever. I'm just gonna put my feet over more, and my wheels were like, but it helped me stay up, and I was like, oh. I guess I really just have to dig my wheels into it, and that'll like help me keep my balance, and it worked out.
I mean, you already mentioned that your first grind was with wheels.
Yeah,
Yeah,
makes sense.
yeah. Well, I rode Annie Rocker forever. Because once I, when I started really getting into grinding and stuff and street skating and everything, I just like, like when I figured out what the whole Annie Rocker thing was all about, and I was like, oh, this is just gonna make it way easier to grind. That's like what I did for like, God, like I rode Annie Rocker for like 10 years. And then I've actually recently within the last like maybe like 4 years have been riding flat, and the reason is because I found a frame that was really good for it. The Create CRS frames, the suspension frames, they're amazing flat frames. Like they're so good for flat. And yeah, like because I was talking to Brian about him, he was telling me that you can ride a Annie Rocker and they work really well Annie Rocker, but they really work good flat. So I tried that out, and like I just was like, oh, so this is how good flat can feel, and I've just been on it ever since. Plus, like I really like going fast, and I feel like. And I think a lot of people would agree with me that, like, with a flat setup, you do get a lot more maneuverability. And for
100%.
all the, like, yeah, and for all the goofy tech stuff that I've been doing, like, I kind of need a flat setup to do things as well as I want to. Oh man, that one was hard.
Crazy.
Yeah. Well, we got this. So Keen has had a really crazy relationship with skate parks for a long time. Where we got a skate park in '97, and it was one of those like plywood sheet metal kind of setups, and the problem with that is New England, has really wacky weather. And so, with like the rain and the snow and it's cold and then it's hot, like the sheet metal and the plywood like would disagree with each other and like start changing shape. And so the town basically built this park and then said fuck it and just like didn't do anything with it for like the next like 20 years, and it just went to shit and it kept getting worse like every
Mm.
year. And so when it got really bad, a bunch of us started like, bitching at town hall and going to meetings. And we'd just been like fighting for a new park for a really long time. And I guess finally, after like 20 plus years of like complaining about how the town needs a better park, they're gonna build one. I think they're gonna start construction sometime this month. But
Mm.
in the meantime, this where I filmed all these clips, it's this old roller hockey rink, and one of the this dude Shalem, who owns a barber shop in town, a barber shop slash skateboard shop. He
Cool.
he went. Yeah, dude, Shalem's the man. He's a super cool guy. Also, he's an amazing DJ. Yeah,
Awesome.
he was partners with this dude ADM, who's like Adam, who is a fantastic rapper. Like they were a really rad duo. They were kind of like legendary in the Keene area for a long time. But yeah, Shalem opened up this barber shop, skate shop thing, and he went to town hall and he's like, "Look, I know we're waiting on this new park, but we need a place to skate." So basically, the town was like, "All right, I guess you can have this old roller rink and do whatever you want with it." So right now, we kind of have this like DIY little area where we can just bring our stuff and our rails and our ramps and stuff, and it's super fun. And I've been going there a lot.
That's really
Yeah,
cool.
That's really sweet.
Yeah.
I like that footwork to the barrier too. That was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, just watching all the wizard stuff and all the fancy flowy footwork that all those guys do. It's like really fun to incorporate into street skating.
Yeah,
man.
I think now's a good time to transition to watching some of your street skating here. Let's talk about movement. What's
Uh,
what's
yeah,
the
let's
first
do
thing
it.
that comes to mind when I say the movement crew? What do you want to tell us about the crew?
Okay. Well, oh my god. All right. Okay, so, well, how do I say this without... How do I want to be as diplomatic as possible about this. Basically, so movement came out of some things that happened with Murder Militia. So, me, Sam DeAngelis, Joe, Phil Grip, and some other people whose names I just can't remember right now.
Jesus and Joe.
Yeah, they're gonna be super mad at me for not knowing their names right now. But
Jesus
anyways,
and Joe.
yeah, those dudes. No, I'm not gonna talk shit about Murder Militia. Nothing bad.
Yeah.
It's just like we all wanted to kind of go in a certain direction, and Murder Militia, like the dudes who like started the company, kind of wanted to keep things the way they were, and so we were like, we were already talking about movement and possibly changing the name and possibly like doing some different stuff, and it basically like it just didn't really like mesh with what Myrtle Militia was doing at the time. So talking to Nate, he was like, well, like if you guys like want to branch out and take the movement name, like that's totally fine with me. So that's what happened is just like, oh, okay, yeah, let's like, you know what, fuck it. Let's start our own company where we can do our own thing and we can have our own type of art and like really just like approach skating the way that we want to. And so yeah, man, like we're a new company. We're starting small right now. We've got the glasses. Everybody, please go to the movement website and buy some of our glasses. They're fantastic glasses. They're super high quality, and you can pop the arms off of them and interchange them for customization.
Yeah, super cool.
Yeah, we got some shirts and stuff, but our I think our big goal, our next like big move is to start producing wheels. And we want to have like a range of sizes and shapes and a lot of like really fun colors. Because like look at all that. Look at those. Look at beautiful glasses.
Look at that. Why don't you
I
own
love
any
mine.
yet? Yeah,
I love mine.
Meta looks fly as hell in them. These are cool.
Yeah,
Dude.
I love them. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're a pretty reasonable price. Like they're not like outrageous or anything.
And I was talking to China Wire Stall. She was telling me a little bit about color theory and how certain shades of glasses can actually help you rotate better. Like it can help extend your ability to rotate. And I don't get me wrong, I haven't looked into it, but she was very, very convincing. And she said that depending on the cones that pick up color in your eyes, a certain shade will just help your mind recognize things either faster or slower, and that will allow you to turn faster or slower. And she said, I forget what colors exactly, but there were some that worked like better for her and some that worked worse. And I think she and Q tested them, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, she's rocking our glasses right now.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, she had them on at ramping camp. She's like, when it's sunny out, I have to skate in these now. Which I was like, I love that because she's like, it unlocks my spin. I can do my. You have her rep them, man. Yeah, have her talk about that. I thought that was so cool.
Well, goddamn, you hear that, everybody?
Yeah, exactly. Unlock your spins.
I'm not like a lot of you guys are my friends already, but like I don't like promote anything I don't like, But,
yeah, dude. Well,
more than anything, dude, like I put the glasses on and I skate. That's it.
Right.
Like I don't feel anything is on my face. I don't feel like I need to take them off.
Yeah,
they don't come off. I skate hard.
Actually, you know what? That's a really good point. I haven't thought about that, but they have never once fallen off of my face while I'm skating.
And that is a crazy testament considering how you skate.
Well, that's the thing though. Is like I think a lot of glasses are like kind of heavy, and like they're very light, but they also kind of like they grab the side of your head like in a really nice way to where they're like. They kind of just like click around your head and they're not uncomfortable. They're just like kind of locked in on your face.
Right.
And
they don't really press that hard either, which is surprising.
No. Like, yeah, after a while, you kind of forget they're on. Like, and,
most of the time I do, dude. Like right now, I'm freaking out to be honest because last session after I left, I couldn't find them, so I'm gonna get a new one. Which is exciting because now I'm gonna get a new one. Probably those actually.
Oh, they're so cool.
Yeah, man.
The avalanche. Yeah,
I love those.
Yeah, they're very macho, savage, dude. Those things are sick.
Yeah, dude. What do you think then? Like, what do you think is gonna be different when it comes to the wheels? Because like, look, listen, like this is a really good start, guys. You know what I mean? Like, these glasses are dope, and I really can skate with them, which is very exciting for me because like, it's easy for me to just get another one and just pop them in my head, and honestly, the annoying part for me of wearing anything is that if it's trying to come up when I'm skating, I'm out. I can't even concentrate, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah. Here, hold on. I'm gonna be walking around with this for a second because I gotta get my charger. Well, okay, what's gonna be different about the wheels? Well, I'm just gonna have to make a very bold
Leak
claim.
alert.
Like, I'm just gonna have to make a very bold claim and say that we are going to try to make some of the best wheels you can buy. Like,
Sick.
and we're going to we're really yeah we definitely don't want to be one of those companies that kind of just like like throw stuff at the wall and hope we sell enough to like make the product better later. We want to like really just go for it and make the best thing we can right off the bat, you know.
Love that.
And so like I'm not gonna give too much away about like which manufacturer we're gonna go through, but Phil is a total G, and he has some
Jeez.
he has some connects, and he's got his ear to the street, and he has some people that he can talk to, and some people we've gotten in touch with that pour some super quality urethane. So yeah, so we're just gonna send it on some some of the best stuff that we can get our hands on, like right off the bat.
Sick.
There you go.
Yeah, and like I said, we're also gonna try and like we're also gonna try and like have like wheels that are very striking. Like I guess like a good example is like what Dream is doing, where like Dream's wheels are like they're so poppy and like they're just like bright and flashy, and like they're like it's like the Michael Kraft like pro wheel. That's like the first thing you see when you watch his skating is like these like bright neon green wheels. Like it's so cool, and it makes you like you're like, whoa, what are those, and that's like the type of thing that we want to do. We want to like look at those things, they're crazy.
Dope.
Like they look so sick.
I love them.
Yeah, I actually have a flat setup of Maddie's wheel right now.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Oh, the B3 design is so cool.
Yeah, that's
my
my favorite,
God.
honestly. I'm gonna be real. That's my favorite. S92A2. I'm like,
Oh, and these ones, dude. Oh my god.
oh,
They're
what? What is
beautiful.
this?
Those are the 80
Oh,
mils.
the 80, yeah. These are the 80.
Yeah, the 80 wheels, dude. That's what I'm saying. So like, like we really want to like be a part of like kind of like the new style of things. Like I feel like skating is going in a really cool direction where more companies are starting to experiment with like brighter colors, flashier designs, like more fun, playful type of things. Because for a long time, skating, like the designs of skates and the colors, it's like, do you want a gray skate or do you want a black skate?
You want pigeon gray or you want slate gray?
Yeah.
Yeah. Slightly blacker skate. Like, and it's like, yeah, and I mean, like, look, like, I understand from like a business. I understand from a business standpoint, it's like cool to play it safe and like do what works. But being on the Vermont Blade Tour, like I saw so many different people. Like there was younger people. There was a lot of women there. Like a lot of quad skaters and a lot of cool hip people who were wearing really awesome clothing and had like a really unique like style. And so like I think like those are
you were one of them?
Yep, look at that. Look at that.
Yeah.
Undeniable.
I was wearing a Dream shirt, so yeah, like the Dream shirts are red. But
I love that shirt, by the way. I have the same one. I bought exactly the same one, large, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
There's Yan.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, dude.
Shout out to Yan. We were just talking about maybe I I really like what you were saying before about him, and I think he doesn't get enough credit. Also, like Miles, they put a lot of time and effort into this.
Yeah, dude. Shout out to Miles.
Yeah, dude. Like honestly, if you never done the trip and you can do it from the first day. Usually, it's the best. Um,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? It's an amazing trip. It's probably the best trip that I mean. I love it. It's my favorite of all the year. I look forward to it. It's so well
Yeah.
organized. And you were giving him shout outs, and maybe I'll let you do that because I think he deserves them.
Yeah.
No, I like, dude, like seriously, I was really fortunate to be able to do. Sorry, I'm just
Do your thing, man. Do your thing.
plugging my iPad in so it doesn't die on me.
Oh, don't worry.
Yeah, no, I was really fortunate to be able to like do the whole entire trip. This was like the first time I've been able to like do the whole thing. And yeah, for anybody who's like never gone on the Vermont Blade camp thing, like totally do it. It's fucking awesome. Like, we camped out at Yan's house and like out in his front yard, and like you wake up and there's just this like huge like beautiful view of Vermont, and like his yeah yeah, and it's like you wake up and you get out of your tent and other skaters are getting out of their tents, and like everybody gets together, and we all make breakfast and have coffee and talk and get ready for the day, and then we all like as a group like go to the first skate park, and then we go swimming, and then we go back and we like drink around the fire and like talk about skating and like eat more food, and say it's just like it's like a really awesome communal experience, like
Yeah.
and yeah, this it was so cool. Like I can't wait for the next one. It's gonna be so much fun.
Yeah,
Dude,
dude.
100%.
I
I
hope to make
think
it out.
But yeah, but I gotta go back to like what I was saying about movement. Like like where like I said like about like a lot of newer companies that are starting to like experiment with like I guess like approaching skating from like how do I put it, like I guess we're just trying to further the direction that skating is already going in. Like we want to offer people like newer funner like styles of products, like like cool clothing, like cool like cool colors, like we want people to be able to like express themselves with our products, and like and and yeah, like I mean, and that's basically like why we just said fuck it and branched out and started our own thing, is because like like we all see the trends that are popping out with skating, and how things are just changing, and like we all agree that it's for the better, and we just want to be a part of it, and we just kind of want to help it grow, and like I want to see skating get weirder. I want to
Oh, yeah.
see yeah, I want to see like one of my favorite dudes ever, Robbie Pitts, like his amazing yeah, like dude, he's so awesome, like his amazing clothing, and like just like he's just so wacky, and his skating is really wild, and like
his
stuff like that.
projects, dude. His projects are so unique and
Yeah,
artistic and
Mm.
powerful. Like for me, like
yeah,
oh my
yeah.
god,
Look
what
at
he's
that
like, yeah, he's
freaking
dope.
god. Look
This
at that guy.
this dude
He's
rocks.
Yeah,
he's so awesome, dude. He's the man. Like, look at him. He's so cool.
Right? I wish I was
Mhm.
that cool.
right.
Right? Dude, so
Dang.
Mhm.
cool. He just oozes charisma. It's so
Yeah.
rad.
And
But
he's,
like
he's such a fun skater to watch too.
Yes,
yeah,
dude.
and he's really good.
He's
Like
really
he
good.
just look at
Yeah,
that.
dude.
What
Yeah,
was that? That was so cool. Like
he's so fluid too, dude. Like
Uh-huh.
so fluid. Oh my
yeah, very
god. Don't
yeah, he
ever
just has
underestimate this guy.
so cool.
Sick.
Yeah, he's just got amazing style. He's so good.
Sick.
But that's what I
Yeah,
mean.
man.
Like, I'm seeing more stuff like this. I'm seeing skating like going in a funner, more like positive direction. Like, you know, it's not like as like aggressive as it used to be. Like when I first started skating, you know, like in the late 90s, early 2000s, like, I mean, we all remember the early
Mhm.
2000s. Like, it was mean. Like,
It
everybody
was
was mean.
aggressive.
Yeah, it was crusher. Everybody was mean as shit, dude. You know, there was a lot of slurs being thrown around. There was like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, there was like a lot of shame, a lot of oh, what do you mean you won't do this 50 fucking drop rail?
Peer
Like,
pressure.
what? Yeah, like, quit being a pussy, man. Like, I'm not wearing a helmet. That's lame. You know, like,
Yeah.
you know, and now like, you know, now like you have guys like Robbie. You have like really interesting like avant-garde skaters like Danny Beer and Michael
Oh my
Graff.
god.
Yeah, and so like I said, like, you know, wrapping back around to like movement, we're our whole thing is to just really like just further the sport in the direction that it's already going. Like, let it be weird, let it get weirder, let's see how far we can take it. Like, and yeah, we just you know, we want to provide people with the equipment to do so. And you know, our first big move is going to be the wheels, and you know, y'all just have to wait and see.
Sick, man.
Hey, is it like gonna be like a team wheel? Is it gonna be like a rider wheel, the first wheel? Is there talks about that? I'm pushing for more leaks here. I know, but
I can't tell you that.
all right. Hey, but you know, like your crew, all of them, like they have their own kind of expertise besides blading that helps you as a crew too. That I think is pretty cool. Um, and I know Phil does music, you know, and he's very embedded into like
Uh,
the skating for him and how he approaches things and so on. Um, how is music for you? Can you tell us a little bit about Epicenter and
Mm-hmm.
can we
okay.
please hear some of that?
Yeah. So okay. So I mean, music. Okay, so the metal thing is kind of weird how I got into that. Like, well, cause I'm not like a metal guy. Like, yeah, yeah, dude. That's one of our guitarists. It's Ryan Burke. He is fucking amazing. He is like one of
Yeah.
the best. He's one of the most talented dudes I've ever worked with. He's awesome. Like, follow Ryan Burke guitar. He is rad. So
Okay.
okay, so I'll have to go back a little bit. So, my parents play music.
Oh.
My parents have been musicians forever. My dad was a bass player. And like in the 70s, he like toured as a kind of like a hired gun. You know, he was like kind of like studio guy where like anybody who needed a good bass player would hire him.
Okay.
And yeah, he's played with a lot of cool people. He got thrown up on by Janis Joplin in a tour bus.
No way.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Janice was all screwed up on drugs and puked in my dad's lap. So, um,
Wow.
yeah, he's done all sorts of cool shit. And then you know, him and my mom like met each other because she's a singer, and they you know been together ever since. And so I I just grew up with music just around me. Like you know, I remember like going to shows with my parents when I was a kid, and then when I got old enough, I started playing with them as I was one of the singers in one of my parents' bands for a while, and then
What?
yeah, yeah, this
How
band
old
named
were you when that happened?
I was like in my teens. I think I was like
Wow.
maybe like six. Yeah, I started like when I was like 16, 17, and like they well, I got really into singing. I I don't know. Like it was just like the one of the things that I just kind of fell in love with, all the rock and roll stuff, like Queen and Led Zeppelin and Aerosmith and all of that. I just thought it was the coolest shit in the world. And I like for like the longest time, I wanted to be Robert Plant so badly, and like and so like I would just like I just practiced like trying to like sing like all of these like rock and roll guys, and like and my parents, like they took notice that they're like, oh yeah, you're getting you're getting good at this thing. So like one of the singers in their band, she couldn't play shows anymore, so she left, and they were like, we're missing one of our singers. Do you want to start playing with us? And I was like, yeah, that'd be awesome.
Wow.
So yeah, so I played with my parents for a while, and I also had like a band in Vermont with these dudes, and we were doing like like some covers, like some Led Zeppelin covers, and we had some original stuff, but uh, I guess like word kind of got around that I was singing, and after my parents' band wound up, it broke up because my dad and my mom moved. They moved away, so the band like couldn't keep going, and so I had like gone off and done my thing, and then I got a call randomly from this dude Graham, and he was like, "Hey, I got this band, and one of my buddies says that you're really good at singing. Like, do you want to like maybe like jam with us and like see how things go?" And I was like, "Sure." So I wound up joining a band that was called Atlatl, and then we later changed it to Barishi, and I played with them for
What kind of
maybe
music
like,
was that?
so that was metal. So
Wow.
okay, so this is how it went with them. Like I joined the band, and they were like, "Yeah, you're like really good at singing. This is awesome." However, we're trying to go in like a harder sort of direction. Like we want to like play like metal, and I was like, I don't know anything about that. And they were like, "Oh well, like do you think you can do like harsh vocals, like the screaming and the growling?" And I was like, "No, that sounds terrible." And so they were like, "Well, try." And I was like, we were at practice one day, and they were like, "Just try, like just try to do it." And I was like,
Oh
"Okay,
shit.
fine." Yeah, so I did. I tried to impersonate what I thought metal vocals sounded like, and they were like, "Yo!" They all stopped playing, and they were like, "That was actually really good. Like you can do." And I was like,
For
"Ah,
sure.
fuck."
I'm a metal singer now.
Yeah. Where I was like, "Man, I want to like hit high notes and fucking like like sing ballads and shit, dude. Like I don't want to do this growling thing, like." But I guess like playing with these guys, like playing with Barishi, like they're so talented, they're such an amazing musicians, that I was like, well, I don't know, I mean, I really like what we do, I guess I'll just see how it goes. And like uh like I guess I really got into it, and it was kind of weird because becoming a metal vocalist had actually made me a better vocalist all like overall. Like
Wow.
it actually turned me into a better singer, like because it gave me way more dynamics, it gave me way more range, it gave me way more control over my voice. Because anybody who like doesn't really know like how metal vocals work, it's not just screaming, it's not just you trying to yell as loud as you can. It's not that at all. and it sounds crazy, but it is actually an insanely technical and difficult style of singing. It's really hard to do, and it took me like 2 to 3 years to really fully understand it and to like actually start getting good at it and doing it without hurting myself and like having my throat get sore and all of that. So I played with Barishi for like 5 or 6 years, and then I wound up quitting because we all like hated each other at the time. And I mean, we're cool now, but like it just I won't even get into it. Like it had a lot to do with me. Like I kind of sucked at the time, and then like they kind of sucked at the time, and we all kind of sucked at the time, and we were all just really mad at each other. And I just
Happens.
I was like, you know what, man, like I was like, you know what, like before like we all just wind up like strangling each other, I think I'm just gonna call it. And so I quit, and I didn't do anything for like maybe like 2 or 3 years. And I went out and I lived in California for a while with my friend, and then um and then I I well, okay, like first I met my wife, and then her and I wound up going out to California for a while, and she came back for school, and she wound up staying back here, and then I wound up coming back here, and the house that I'm living in now, one of our roommates, who's my wife's best friend, started dating the that dude Ryan, Ryan Burke, and Ryan was the guitarist, one of the guitarists for Epicenter, and they had just lost their lead singer at the time, and he was kind of freaking out. Oh yeah, Brian took a lot of those pictures we were looking at.
Wow, yeah, that's what Shawn Michaelson brought that up. I just wanted a quick look, but yeah, no, he
Yeah,
wow.
yeah, dude, Brian's an amazing photographer.
He's great. He's an amazing
Yeah.
photographer.
Oh yeah, the mirror thing he did with the reflect frames, dude, so cool.
Yeah,
But yeah, so Ryan was dating our roommate, and he was kind of freaking out because he's like, "Fuck, dude, like, like COVID had happened and nobody was playing, and the lead singer, the original lead singer of Epicenter, quit during COVID, and then when restrictions started to loosen up, they started getting shows, and they didn't have a singer." And I was like, "Oh well, I'll do it." And he was like, "Oh, Willie, like, would you be cool with like filling in for a few shows?" I was like, "Yeah, totally. Like, it's fine." And so I learned the songs, and I played a few shows with them, and they were like, "Yo, like, you're really fucking good. Like, do you want to just stay in the band?" And I was like, "Yeah, like, why not?" Like,
awesome.
And that's the thing is like anytime anybody asks me, they're like, "Yeah, so like what are some of your favorite metal bands? Like what are you really into?" And I'm like, "Dude, I fucking hate metal, dude." Like I like look, here's the thing. I like heavy music, and I really like what we do. Like I like metal bands, but as a genre and like the whole scene and everything, no way, dude. Like I would like I play country music, man. Like my own personal like interest in music. I'm just like listening to like Willie Nelson and Waylon Jennings like
Yeah.
all day. Like
Dude,
and
you will not believe
like
me. I
yeah.
just saw Willie Nelson live
What?
Oh,
last
oh,
weekend.
That's sick.
Ray Mendez
oh,
was like, "Hey man, I have a ticket. You wanna come?" I was like, "Hell
Yeah.
yeah!"
fuck yeah, I want to go see Willie Nelson.
I'm
Damn,
Bob
dude.
Dylan, dude.
What? Oh
And
my God! What a
Bob Dylan
concert!
opened for freaking Willie Nelson at Bethel Woods, dude, which is the
Dang,
original
wow.
place
man.
of Woodstock.
That is
Wow.
wild.
Bad. That's amazing. Damn, I gotta see Willie before he dies, dude. He's
That's what
like
I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm
he's like
saying.
2,000 years old at this point.
Well, dude,
Yeah.
he did a solid hour and a half without
Really?
fading.
Wow.
Good for
I
him.
mean,
Yeah,
wow. I mean, you gotta give it to him, dude. Like he had toured relentlessly for like fucking ever.
that was
You
his
know.
life. You know.
Damn, dude, that's amazing. Holy
Yeah.
shit, I'm really jealous. But
What's your favorite song from your band so we can maybe play it? Yeah.
so what you're looking at right now is our new EP. It's called Flood, and I urge everybody to go out and listen to it right now. My favorite song on it is called Propagate. It's it fucking slaps. It's a fun
Yes.
song.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
I'll play it right
it's a
now.
real
Hey.
thumpy, real bouncy song. It's real cool. I like it a lot.
Nice.
Yeah, that one's fun. That one's fun because the vocals on that, like, there's a section in it where I'm basically just rapping, but
Mm.
but like, you know, still doing the like really harsh, like angry vocals. But it's got this kind of like, I don't know, it's got this kind of like Eminem kind of thing to it, like, which is like kind of weird. Like, but like I wouldn't call it. It's not like Limp Bizkit or anything. It's way cooler than that. Like, but like, yeah, yeah. Propagate is that's like probably my favorite song on the whole EP. Also, we have an older song that I wasn't in the band when they wrote this song, but it's called Wolves, and it's that we always end our set with Wolves because it's just such a fast-paced, like hard charging song that it's just so much fun. Like,
Mm.
it's very traditional like 80s thrash, and it's just like really in your face. It's like guaranteed to start a mosh pit. It's super fun.
Yeah, for sure, dude. I love it.
I think I think the thing I like what I do like about metal is I really appreciate the energy. Like I love how like balls to the wall metal can be,
Yeah,
and
for sure.
you know like watching our shows and stuff. Like, so all the lights and everything, that's our lights. That's our so the bass player Steve is like this mad scientist, and he built these like 6 foot tall aluminum towers that house all of these crazy lights,
Hmm.
and we have four of them, and we place them like on the stage, and they're synced up through a laptop to our music, so they coincide with what our music's doing.
Yeah.
So like if you watch the footage and you listen to the music, the lights are doing whatever the music's doing,
Yeah.
and he built this by himself. Like, and he's not an electrician. He didn't go to school for any of it. He just like figured it out. And like our whole setup is kind of weird. Like, we don't have amps. We have speaker monitors, but all of the instruments are through this box that is like this big computer that the guitarists can customize what they want their guitars to sound like, and the bass can customize what he wants his bass to sound like, and the guitars can switch how they sound in between, like during songs,
Yeah.
depending on like what section it's at, without using pedals or any
Nice.
outside effects thing. And so our setup's actually like really small. Like, I think the biggest part of our setup is the four light towers that we have.
Wow.
And so like working with Epicenter is it's good for me because Epicenter is basically everything I want to carry into rollerblading. Like, we're bright, we're colorful, we're fast, we're loud, we're like, you know, and like that's the type of thing we're trying to bring to metal. So like what I was saying about like Movement and other like cool companies like Dream and like what we're trying to do with skating by keeping everything fun and colorful and cool and like really like, you know, like kind of like bright and flashy and uplifting, we're doing with metal, because metal is very like dark and angry and you know, every band logo looks like a pile of sticks, and you know, like all the music videos, guys are wearing hoods and they're being all dour and creepy. You know, like we're not doing that whole thing. We're very like, yeah, you know, like lights and explosions and fucking, you know, Macho Man Randy Savage. You know, we're well, because like we're doing metal, but we're also trying to we're also just trying to we want to have fun, you know, like we want things to be fun. We're not trying to bum anybody out, you know. We're trying to like we want everybody to fucking party, you know. And so like,
is it always
like
you singing?
what?
Is it always you singing?
It's me singing, yeah.
You're the
Yeah,
only
it's
vocalist.
yeah, I'm the only one.
Wow,
Well,
that's impressive.
Steve will is the bass player. He'll do some like backup stuff. Like he'll like growl some stuff with me to kind of like make it sound a little bigger. But yeah, it's mainly
Nice.
just me.
Wow.
Ryan.
Wow.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
a song on Flood called "Grow," where a lot slower. I was playing it for about like the first 20 minutes. I just had it on loop because it's a vibe. But
So
that's you in the
Steve-
singing in that, right?
No, it's not, dude.
Oh,
That's
okay.
Steve.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's the like he wrote that whole thing. Like he did that whole thing. Like yeah, Steve's he's a complicated guy, you know. He's got a lot going on with
Love
fucking Ryan. Yeah, and then
Wow.
there's Jared, our other guitarist. He's definitely out of the way. Like you would like, but he likes that. Like that's his whole thing. He's just like kind of off to the side, just like blending in. Like he's but then again, like it's like, you know, you'll be like, Jesus Christ, like where does all this like insane shredding guitar come from? And it's just this like tiny little guy with a beard, just like fucking over in the corner, just like tearing this guitar apart, you know? Like, yeah, Jared's the fucking man. Like, no, I love working with these guys. Like, you know, when I was with my other band, Barishi, like, it was just hard because like they weren't they took what they were doing a little more seriously than I did, and like they wanted their image to kind of be like more serious, you know, like they wanted to be like a serious metal band that like looks intimidating and like all this shit. And I just like I wanted to wear like, you know, like leopard print and do backflips and shit. Like, and you know, and that like it didn't really vibe with them. So then when I started playing with Epicenter, I was like, hey, I'm gonna be wearing some wild shit on stage, and I'm gonna like be doing backflips and shit. And they were like, that's fucking awesome, dude. Like that's
Yeah.
for. So
You
like
do backflips
so
on stage?
every show, dude. Like
What?
I have not. It started with Barishi. Where I did a backflip during a song. Like we were about to go into a breakdown, and I was just like, I was really like hyped up on the music, and like I threw a backflip and landed right on the breakdown where it's like, dun, 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 dun. Like,
Wow.
and like, you know, like the band was like, dude, that was fucking sick. You gotta do that every time now. And like, so like I think like, dude, I've, you know, like hundreds of shows, like I have not missed a single backflip. Like
Wow.
every single show, dude, it has to happen. It doesn't matter how small the venue is. It doesn't matter whether I have space to do it or not. It's happening.
Wow.
I'm flipping.
I've almost kicked a few people in the face. Like, luckily, no one's been injured, but there is actually a picture of me doing a backflip and looking at Ryan's girlfriend Jess while I'm upside down because she was too close to me.
Oh, I
Yeah, if
want to
you
see
scroll down,
that.
I think you'll find it. Like, where like I almost just fucking booted her right in the head. Like, which
Wow.
I feel bad about, but I was like, oh my god, I'm sorry, Jess. She's like, no, that was fucking awesome.
You're in my flip zone.
Yeah,
What
but
would you say is one of the major differences between your community that you have in music and the community that you have in blading?
um, I'd say I'm definitely more a part of like the blading community than I am the music community because, like where there is like more music in New England is mainly like Massachusetts, and like the only time I go out there is to like either skate or play shows. And so like I don't really talk to anybody about music or metal or anything. Like mainly all of my conversations are about skating. Like whenever I like the community that I'm like heavily involved with, it's mainly skating. It's
Wow.
actually you know what, like now that I think about it, yeah, like the only people I talk metal with is my band members. Like I don't really like not that I dislike anyone or anything. Like it's just like I've never really felt a part of the metal community. I just feel like I just do it, but I'm not in it, if that makes any sense, you know?
Yeah. Do you
Yeah.
think they'll be down to play like a skating festival, like if they were putting like a bunch of music
Yeah, so
together?
yeah, he mentioned that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we would love to do that. That sounds awesome.
Oh
Like,
my
like
god.
I'll do my best to try and like make that happen. I'll talk to the band members and everything and see what they think. But I know that they would. Uh, I know that they would all be totally down with that. Like they would have no
Dude,
issue with that. They think the skating thing is super cool.
that's so dope. You could get so many bladers to do backflip with you at the same time, all
Yeah.
Yeah,
with the movement glasses, and I'd be like,
yeah.
get with the movement.
Flip.
Oh
I
my
know
god.
Jesus
Yeah,
will be down. I'll be down.
yeah. That would actually be really great. Like, right? Like, just have a bunch of skaters like hit a backflip during a song. Like,
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, man, that was sick.
yeah, dude.
Yeah, that's hopefully
Yeah.
something we
Oh,
can get sooner than later.
oh my god, that woman drinking out of my shoe. Holy shit. Yeah, so
No,
that's my shit.
no. Ah, that's so funny. Look at your face.
You're in
What the fuck?
shock.
You're
Well,
crazy.
okay,
I love you,
so
man. You're so dope.
so the story behind that one, I have like an array of like these really crazy shoes that are like they're sparkly and they have spikes all over them, and I get them at this store in Savannah, Georgia called On Time Fashion. And my parents live in Savannah, Georgia right now, so anytime my wife and I go down there, I have to go to On Time Fashion and I got to get a pair of shoes. So
You gotta be on
I
time.
yeah, dude, I gotta be on time, man. Like, so I always wear these shoes when I play with Epicenter because they're just really bright and flashy, and like the light reflects off of them and they look crazy. And so we were playing that show,
Can
and
you show them? Can you show them to us? Can you have them with you there?
yeah, yeah. Here, hold on, I'll
Dude,
do
yeah,
that.
let's see it and shit. That'll be exciting, dude.
Yeah,
You know, like to
man.
be honest, like there's a part of me. I don't really consider myself like I don't fashion or something like that. Like I don't think about fashion, but every single one of us have a fashion sense,
Mhm.
right? Our own fashion sense, right? I'm talking to Bobby when we were in Amsterdam, man.
Mhm.
Like I was like, wow, man. Like I really like something click. Just talking to him, something click.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, dude. Like we really all have like our own stuff that we like that we can bring that it can be better that it can
Mhm.
kind of like bring our character into who we are when we're skating and so on and like I think that's really cool and then I realized like I wear a lot of colors especially when I want to skate, I wear a lot of colors
Yeah.
because I want to feel that happiness, you know.
Yeah.
Uh, so it just gets me there. So thinking about those things, too, like, and then seeing somebody like him being inspired just by wearing shoes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Like,
I love that.
yeah. For me, like you said before, like we were talking about colors of skating popping. I've
Yeah.
always been black, all black for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Um, but now maybe my brain is changing. You know.
Yeah, dude. No,
Yeah.
color means a lot to me. Obviously, I mean, I've been digging orange for the past few years, but I've always just loved colors as much as I can. But that's a big thing that I love about blading, though, is like I don't think I've ever had a single person ask me like, "What are you wearing?" I've only gotten like compliments, which is cool. That's not definitely not
Oh,
something
that's
I've
cool.
had in other communities. Look at
Alright,
That's
that
yeah.
cool.
was.
Check these fuckers
Oh,
out.
those are that. Oh, there you go.
Dang.
Yeah, dude.
And you backflip on those?
Huh?
You backflip with these?
Yeah, dude. You better watch out when I'm backflipping in these. Yeah, dude.
What the fuck,
But I had
dude?
to, like these aren't the ones that that woman drank out of. Those are the ones. The other ones are purple. I couldn't find them, but like they're the same shoes though. They're the same like manufacturer or whatever. But like, yeah. So like, that show we were playing there were a bunch of people up front, and that woman and some other dudes we were like, we love your shoes, dude. Like, give us your shoes, give us your shoes. So like very like playfully I was like, yeah, all right. So I took them off and I like threw them at the crowd, and like everybody was like, yeah, we got them, and then like we're playing and like I see the woman like over at the bar and I see her hold up the shoe and the bartender like dumps a beer in it, and I was like, the fuck is going on? Like, so I go over and I go over and she's just there she is, dude. She's just like, all right, here I go.
All
Oh
right.
And
my
I was
god,
Like,
no.
I
I was
probably
like,
don't
are you
want to know, but I do want to know. How many times did you wear those shoes?
oh yeah, I've worn them a bunch. Like, it's fine. Like, as soon as they tried out, I was like, whatever. Like,
No,
Oh
no, no.
my
but
I
god.
mean before she
For
drank
her.
from them. Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
before quite a bit. Like, she definitely drank whatever was in those shoes, dude. Like, it's gross.
All right.
Man.
One thing that makes me curious about the whole story, like when you were talking about making backflips every show, is backflip your favorite trick? Like, is
Oh, like so the backflip was like one of the first. That was the first flip I learned on skates. Because well, like I said, I did gymnastics when I was a kid, and I just I could do like I could do like handsprings into backflips, and
yeah.
then I was like I wanted to like just learn how to do a standing backflip, and like I worked really hard on it, and it took me like years, dude. Like I think it was really just like a strength thing, cause like and then eventually I just like I got it, and once I like figured out that I could do a standing backflip, I was like I would just like do it all the time for fun, and then like the kids in my school would like see me do it and they were like, oh fuck, like you can do a fucking backflip. So like everybody wanted to see me do a backflip, and like I would get asked like 50 times a day to do a back. And then and then when I went to high school, I I was like I was like, oh, like if this many people want to see me do backflips, I'll just like start charging for backflips. So
Uh-huh.
people were like, they would hear about me and they'd be like, yo, like this kid can do backflips, and they're like, really? And I'm like, yeah, give me $1. And they're like, oh, okay. So like I'd make like $20 a day, dude, like just fucking doing backflips. Like I'd buy lunch and shit. And like
There you
so like
go.
yeah, so I think when I was about like 13, I was at the Keene Skate Park, actually this town that this was filmed in, and actually you'll see some clips of the Keene Skate Park in this. Yeah, this is the first no grinds edit I did. Um,
I love it, by the
like
way. It's one of my favorites. I actually like it a lot, and I watch it often, to be honest.
you know what, dude? Like I I don't think I'll ever have like a yeah, there you go. Like you know what, dude? I don't think I'll ever have like a free skating edit that will be as good as this one. like like I this was really just for fun. I wasn't taking this edit very seriously at all. I was just messing around with these like skates. I was just messing around with these skates that I got from a thrift store for like $10, and I was just filming these clips by myself. Like this is like, except for that backflip clip, like this is all just like like self filmed, and it just came out really well. Like it just worked, and
It's fresh, man. It's very fresh.
thanks, dude. I really appreciate it. Like I filmed a second no grinds edit for I filmed a second no grinds edit for Rollerblade, and it wasn't as good.
Oh
And
wow!
yeah, and I've kind of been bummed out about it ever since. And so
It
I
was
think that
it was for
I
rollerblade.
yeah, so like
That's
actually
probably why. Just kidding.
what no, I think what it was is actually that's my parents in that red car. They were waiting for me while I was filming that clip.
Oh, there. That's the
They were like,
dude.
"What are you
That's a
doing?"
crazy thing to try. Like,
Dude, so I don't know, like I just thought I could fucking do it, and I just
You were right.
like yeah, no, it worked out. Like I mean I touched ground, but you know what, like dude, literally as soon as I landed that clip, the reason the clip cuts out short is because my camera died, and like
wow,
and
that's
I was
dope.
like and I was like oh man, like well I'm not trying that again, like so I just said fuck it and just used the clip,
Yeah.
like. But yeah, I guess like back to the backflip thing. Like when I was like 13, I tried. I just like riding a quarter pipe. It just made sense to kind of like pop off of it and do a flip, and I did, and that was like my biggest like that was one of my like biggest accomplishments on blades when I was a kid. I was like, I can do a fucking backflip,
Yeah,
and then
that's a big one.
like a lot of the other skaters that I was skating with, they all learned how to do backflips, and it wasn't so special anymore. But like, yeah, you know what? It's kind of weird. Like the backflip has actually been a huge part of my life, like, which is such a weird fucking thing, but like, it's just a very odd thing that
I love
like
it.
it's this movement that I've just done for a really long time, and it's opened doors for me in very weird ways, and it's like it's so strange, like the backflip has just it's been this weird staple in my life for a really long time,
Wow.
whatever reason, whether it was skating or whether it was like stage performing on stage in metal bands and stuff. It's just the fucking backflip, dude. Like I'm gonna. It's made me money. It's yeah. It's like it's just been a thing. Super weird. Actually, yeah. Now that I say it out loud, it's very strange.
I love that. I wanted to bring up real quick. Summit Skiboards is in the chat, and Cam said this is the initial edit that got me way into Sasha's blading years back, talking about the no grinds edit.
The no grinds edit, dude. Like, I want to touch base on that just before we move on,
Sure.
because listen to me, and we talk about this like with several people, and some people have the same opinion. Some people just see aggressive skating as aggressive skating. To me, skating is an art form. right? Like
Yeah,
I
I agree.
really get to, like, when you're doing music, and you probably understand this, and you guys both do know about music and are about music. Like, there's a language, there's a thing that you get
Yeah,
to communicate when you're playing music with somebody, you know. And
yeah.
dude, by the way, I'm a big supporter of the freaking um, shooting the dog, and the shooting the dog
Oh
to
yeah, yeah.
parallel wall ride, dude.
Yeah,
What the? I
so
love. I want to
good.
try that tomorrow, dude. Like every day I see that, I want to find a spot to do it, and I never find it. But I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna send the clip to you. But anyways, you do the skating as a big wheel, as a free form without grinding, is still
Mhm.
very different from everybody else, dude.
Yeah, very
You
cool.
know, and the way you express yourself still comes through, regardless grinds or not. You know, and I
I
really think it's very you, dude.
Hmm.
Well, shit, I really appreciate that. I well, so with the no grinds thing, so like I said, like I started with like an 80 mil setup when I was a kid. I think I had like two pairs of like 80 mil Rosie's skates, and before I got an aggressive setup. And once I had started skating aggressive, like I think the first aggressive skate I had was the rollerblade squashes. They're the Dirk, but they were like that really weird green color.
Mm.
Um, yeah, so that was my first aggressive pair, and ever since that skate, I hadn't skated a free skate. Like, so for like 15 or 16 years, I didn't skate a free skate, and then yeah, dude, there they are. Well, someone put those in the,
Wow.
but yeah, yeah. Oh wow, look at those. They're
Hey,
hideous.
They're
look
terribly
at
looking.
you know, this frame is kind of reminiscent of the CRS shape, the one you were just talking about, the suspension one.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Oh yeah. So this is that is that like what is that like the high low? No, who makes the
That's
high low?
weird.
I've ridden these frames. These are actually really interesting frames. So
Oh,
like you can
I know this the RB,
yeah, they are. Yeah,
right?
those was the first aggressive skate I had. Oh yeah, that one down there.
No, but
That
the
like
frame is made by Rollerblade too.
yes, yeah it is. But that was like a newer frame. Like no, if you go over to the like really bright colored one, like up no, no in the
More towards the
middle.
center, yeah. Center
Yeah.
left, yeah, there. For those that are just listening, we're looking at this old school pair of rollerblades. What would you say to describe them? Uh,
Um, it's like if a Ninja Turtle designed a skate. Uh, yeah, there they are, dude. Yep, yep. That was my first set of skates. Yeah, those
The
are.
Ninja Turtle
Yeah,
M12.
Dude, I
yeah, those.
definitely had those.
Yeah.
I
So yeah, so like yeah, so like I just like hadn't ridden a free skate in a really long time, and then my mom and I were at this thrift store in Vermont, and I saw these pair of K2s for like $10, and I bought them, and I went out in the parking lot and just skated around in them, and I was like, holy shit, dude, I forgot how nice it is to ride like a big set of wheels, and
mm,
like how easy it is to move around, and how fun it is to just like fuck around with like not being able to grind, like not focusing on grinds and just focusing on movement. And
mm.
so
Ding 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 ding.
yeah,
Movement.
yeah, what that Rich
Everybody take your
Kessler.
shot.
um, yeah, so like I like I just became obsessed with writing these things. I just I honestly like I was having so much fun writing like so much fun writing a free skate that I considered just never skating aggressive again.
Uh,
Like I was like, dude, this is so much fun. Like it's just so much better, and like in certain ways, obviously, but
Oof.
like, but so like I said, like I just like was like, you know what, like I'm not really taking this free skate thing too seriously, because it's not like it's not like I'm seriously trying to do like really hardcore tricks or anything. I'm not, it's not like I'm gonna like hurricane topsoul a fucking down rail and those things. So like I just wanted to film that edit as really just for fun, just like for no reason, just having fun, just riding them, just getting weird on them, and just seeing what I could do with them. And
Mm.
like yeah, like I think the reason why that edit came out as well as it did is because I'm not taking any of it seriously. And a lot of those tricks were filmed like first try, because it was just me just doing what it was basically it was me approaching filming skating in a way that I don't ever approach filming. Where when I go to film like skating for like a video part, skating aggressive, it's like, okay, I have this trick in mind. I have this spot, I have this rail, or I have this ledge, or I have this like thing that I want to do, and you build it up in your head, and then you go there and you try to get the grind, or you try to get the movement, or you try to get the air or whatever, and it might take you a bunch of tries, and you might get really pissed off about it, or you might get frustrated, or it might not happen at all. But when I was doing the free skate thing, I was just like, I'm just gonna skate. I'm just gonna see what happens, and if I do something that I think is cool, I'm gonna film it. And that's what
Mm.
I did. I would just go out, I would do a weird thing, and I filmed it, and then I would move on.
Wow.
And yeah, and so like I honestly, after that whole experience filming that part and having that like kind of like love affair with free skating for a while, I kind of started to hate the process of how I approached aggressive skating and how I would approach filming aggressive skating.
Hmm.
And that's why like I free skating is responsible for why my style changed.
Hmm.
And this edit right here is this is like how I used to skate. Like where it was more so me trying to do the tricks that I saw other skaters doing. Like like yeah, I'm in SSMs here, so I'm fully like trying to be Brian Shima and John Bellino right now.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
yeah, and I'm just like I'm doing gaps, and I'm doing grinds, and I'm doing all this like gnarly hardcore shit. And then like I said, like I like started free skating, and I started really appreciating just movements and not fully grind centric skating. I am very happy with that clip though.
I
That
mean,
was
yeah, for sure.
Wow.
Come on.
Oh
yeah,
my
that took
God.
me for fucking ever to do, and I'm really, but it happened. But yeah, like I said, like I started to really appreciate non-grind centric skating, just skating, like not focusing on grinds, and it changed the way I skate. And so like that's why like a lot of my skating now is like kind of weird, and yeah, it really helped me move past the being stuck in the rut of
Grind, grind,
figuring
grind.
yeah, like roll up, slide down. Like
Yeah.
it really out of that. And I've been thinking about it for a long time. I might film a No Grinds 3. Like
Yeah.
I might try to go back to that, and I might try to repair the with No Grinds 2, because it wasn't very good.
I mean, I think for me, Cameron Card missed my skating perspective because I didn't know I was not a skater, dude. And then
What do you mean?
yeah, I was a grinder, like you said, tap tap
Uh,
grind land, and I didn't know. And then all of a sudden he's like, "No, dude, let's go skate at 7 in the morning." I'm like,
Whoa.
first, dude, you saying you want to skate, like go around, like just roll around? It's like, oh man, all right. And then it was
Yeah.
fun. And then it's like you said, like movement, dude. Like
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah.
all about the movement, dude. Like transition, the weight distribution, understanding the flow of things, and I fell in love again with blading, dude, because I could
Mm-hmm.
understand
Yeah.
again, like, whoa, hold on, I can. For me, I love grinds. I'm aggressive skater for life, but honestly,
Mhm.
like, um, now that I see flow, I that's all I wanna leave, dude. I don't even care if I do a hard trick or not, but if I do the trick and it requires a certain effort, a certain flow for me to get in and out, then I'm in love with it. Let's go with that. It's like, and that's just big wheels and 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 movement, right? Like you said, dude. Like, do you
Yeah.
do you compete a lot, Sasha? Like, because I've seen you in a bunch of comps, but like, did you used to compete a lot before?
No. So, like I don't compete as much as I would like to, but I've also become a little selective with the type of events that I want to go to. Like, I went to Bitter Cold,
Mm.
and it was really cool and it was really rad to go to like the last Bitter Cold. But
Right, right. I was there
I
too.
I kind of hate comps like that because it always, like, towards the end of it always turns into like a mega huck fest, and that's like not what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like well, okay, so like when I was there, like my I was there with my friend Cameron, and he, like it was my heat, and my goal was, okay, I'm gonna I'm gonna do 10 tricks. I'm gonna do 10 tricks that I want to do, and then if I do those 10 tricks within like one or two tries, like maybe like two, like 1 to 3 tries, then cool. And I did the 10 tricks I wanted to do like first try basically, and then I was like, all right, and I went and sat down, and the heat was still going, and Cameron came up to me and he was like, "The fuck are you doing? Like, why are you sitting right now? You're fucking killing it, dude. Like, you're doing so well." And I was like, "Yeah, I did what I wanted to do." And like he's like, "What? Like, why don't you want to like go on to the next heat?" And I was like, "Not really." And he's like, "Why not?" Yeah, and he was like, "Why not?" And I was like, "Dude, Julian Coudeau is here. I'm not gonna backflip 720 to topsoul. Like, I'm fucking doing that shit, dude. Like no way. Like I'm here to have a good time, man. I'm not here to break my neck. Like this is like he can have that, you know? Like
Yeah.
yeah, and so like, and that's the thing is like, and exactly what I said would happen happened, where it was like, him and Zach Savage like throwing 900s to everything.
Yes. Everything
Yeah,
okay?
yeah, something just like fell over there.
Ghost.
Yeah, it
My
sounded
dog,
like it.
yeah, my dog's all freaked out. Yeah, whatever, it's fine.
Ghost.
But yeah, so like I definitely make it to more events now, and the biggest part of that is because I for a long time I didn't have a license. um
Oh wow.
I think I think for like, God, it was like a good like 10 years I didn't have a license because, I was a bit of a fuck up, and I like to party a lot, and sometimes you don't want to take an Uber home. So,
Mm.
and the law really doesn't like it when you do that. So so I wasn't allowed to drive for a while, and
Mm.
unfortunately, like that, I do kick myself for that, because like that really did hold me back from skating for a long time. Where
Mm.
like, like a lot of these clips that you're seeing here, like all this older stuff, like this is just in my hometown, and that was like really all I could skate. Like if I didn't have people to like, go on like trips with or anything, I couldn't go anywhere. I couldn't do anything. So like I just was like isolated and segregated to like my small town that had no skating scene.
Whoa.
And it like a lot of my friends who like quit skating are like really amazed that I continued to skate as much as I did, because like I couldn't go anywhere, and the only thing I had to skate was either my like shitty local park or my shitty like local street spots. But I don't know, I just liked it too much, so like I I I think like what helped me kind of start getting a little more notice was Instagram. Like once
Mm.
Instagram became like a bigger thing, uh and I was able to put out like a lot of content on Instagram, that's when people like started to notice me more. And that's like honestly, I have like everything that's happening now, like even this like podcast right now, like I really owe a lot of like all of the connections and the people I work with and the things that have happened with skating. I owe it to Instagram, because
Mm.
like I would put out these videos on YouTube, but like nobody would see them. Like the only
Mm.
reason you're watching them is because you know me from Instagram. Like, you're
100%.
watching. Like so, like yeah. So like, I guess as far as the competition thing goes, like I've been making more of an effort to go out now, because I got my license back like God, like 3 years ago. Um,
Mm.
so like you can notice that like there's definitely like a boost in content between the time I didn't have my license and the time I did, to where like I'm like I can go places now. I can go to other skate parks. I can drive to places where other skaters are. Like I can do all this stuff. Yeah, that thing. Yeah,
Wild.
and that. Again, I was just trying to think of the weirdest thing I could
I
do.
I
love it.
love it, dude.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
want to make my whole personality about this.
I love it.
um,
If you would have
yeah.
grabbed it, that would have been it for me. I would have been like, done. That's it. Fuck Instagram. I'm
Dude,
done.
I know. It was hard enough to just do it anyways.
I
Like,
mean, it looks hard, crazy hard. I mean,
yeah.
this is insane
Oh
too.
my god.
Dude, so okay, so the story with this whole thing is like this is like a kiddie pool area at the town pool in that town Brattleboro, and it's so those are like sprinklers. They spray water and kids run under them,
Yeah.
and like I was looking at them for like a long time, and I was like, dude, like those are just like really huge rainbow rails, and
Yeah.
my friend over there, Zach, who's filming, he's a skateboarder, and I was like telling him, I was like, dude, you know those like rainbow like rail things at the pool? He's like, yeah. I was like, dude, I have a kicker. Can we like, dude, are you down to like break in there real quick and just like I want to like get a clip on those? And he's like, are you fucking serious? Yeah, let's fucking do that. So we like ran I like he hopped over. I just like pushed the kicker over to him, and he dragged it to it, and I was like, all right, let's go, let's do this, let's get this. And like um I mean, we were there for a while actually. Like I mean, the clip didn't take too long to get, but it took like more tries than I was comfortable with, because I didn't want to get caught. But like yeah, like I have plans to go back there and do some other stuff with those, because it's just such a weird spot, and it's
Yeah.
just too cool to like not get more stuff on.
Mm.
I mean,
But
it's a beautiful spot, dude. I would love
Thank
to
you.
see the angle of that other person filming.
Yeah.
Oh, you can.
Yeah, where is
it's
it
in
from?
my Instagram somewhere.
Okay.
Oh my
Oof.
god, I was crazy too.
Well, hold on. I'll let this
A
play through and then I'll find
bonk,
it.
yeah.
what
Like,
will define for you like a professional skater? Like what does professional skater means to you?
somebody who gets paid. Like, I think that's like the typical answer someone would give. But I get, okay, like outside of the monetary thing, I think somebody who really oh yeah, and then you go down that white BMW, that was the account of some asshole who stole my old account. Yeah, fuck that guy. Like, whoever the hell that guy was. But yeah, this is my new account, actually. My old one is gone. But I think somebody who is an amazing example of what a professional skater should be is Nils Jensen.
Mm.
Just from like the like he's really active in his community. He like he's just like everything he does is like pro rollerblading. He's very athletic. He's very like health conscious. He's very fit. Every piece of content he puts out is just like incredibly high quality, unbelievably filmed. He goes to a lot of events. He just works so hard.
He
Like
does.
and he's very humble. He's very modest. He's very well spoken, and like like other guys who put in like shitloads of work, like Nick Lomax, like he there was like a stretch of time where Nick Lomax was like constantly putting out power slide stuff, like constant Instagram reels, constant edits, constant promotional stuff. Same thing with like Montre. I like people who like basically just take the time and effort to make skating their job without like getting paid for it the way that I think they deserve. Like that is like an unbelievable amount of professionalism that is unfortunately unappreciated by the rollerblading industry. And I'm not saying that it's on purpose. It's just because rollerblading is such a small sport that it can't really do everything that I'm sure it wants to do for the people who work that hard. So like short answer, someone who gets paid. Long answer, everything I just said about about like what makes a professional skater. Well, somebody who just like makes it their whole fucking life and does everything they can to make it better and see it go further, and and like works closely with not only their community, but not only the companies but their community and other skaters, and like they might like teach skating to other people, and they might like help kids get into skating, and they might donate old skates to like the donate and skate thing, do what's his name, John Ortiz, like he teaches skating and he does a whole bunch of shit in New York, like he just like, and stuff like you do. Like, you were telling me that you're like a community organizer and stuff, and you do a lot for your community and stuff. It's like stuff like that, but like with blading. Like I think like there's so many people out there who are like so unbelievably like talented and just like just professional people who, like I said, just don't get paid for what they do. you know, and they're doing it because they care about it, and
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, like I don't know what other sports are like because I'm not involved in them the same way I am with skating, but like I don't know, like the amount of people I see working so fucking hard in skating is kind of jaw dropping. It's really wild. So yeah, sorry for that long rambling answer.
No, I
Yeah.
agree though.
Yeah.
It really matches his cats too, so it's pretty good.
Yeah, you hear them screaming. I think they're
Is that
hungry.
what that?
Yeah, my cats
But
are. I'm sure they're fighting. They want
Oh,
attention. They
okay.
want food. They want to fight.
Yeah, dude.
but yeah, dude, I agree with that 100%. To there's a lot of people in the community definitely doing a lot,
Yeah,
and not getting paid for it. I don't think that the majority of them are doing it thinking of that. Obviously, like I know that's not what you were saying, but it, a lot of people are putting a lot of effort, and it would be great if they could survive through those efforts, right? But that's what passion is about, right? Like so many people put in the passion and the effort there, and I believe that now more people see it. Now we have like more of a scope of really appreciating what people are trying to do than before, because before it was like we were young, like as a community, we didn't know that we needed to stick together and support each other as much as we do know now. um,
yeah, dude. Yeah.
yeah. Is
I mean,
there Go ahead.
go ahead.
No, please.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
It's all right. Well, tell us something that people wouldn't guess about you then.
About me?
Yeah.
Oh, something they wouldn't guess.
Oh, I
Like
put a hard one.
like a fun fact or something.
I guess like you're not somebody that when people see an escape art for the first time, they can immediately say this person is like this, because you don't fit into many molds.
Um, hmm. I don't really know how to answer that.
Like
I
I
don't
bet a
know.
lot of people didn't even know that you were a metal singer.
Yeah, like yeah, okay, like that's something that like a lot of people wouldn't assume. Yeah, a lot of people don't think I'm in a band. Also, a lot of people are surprised when they find out that I don't smoke weed. I think you were one of the.
Me?
Yeah,
No, I was very surprised
No.
for sure. Yeah.
yeah. Like, I mean, that's the thing is like, I just like, yeah, because like people were like, really don't smoke weed, like you're so like chill and laid back. It's like, yeah, dude, I wouldn't be chill and laid back if I was high. Like weed freaks the fuck out, dude. Like it gives me wicked anxiety. That's why I don't do it.
Mm.
Um, it's weird though, cause like it wasn't always like that. Like I used to smoke a lot when I was in high school and shit. Like, cause like everybody smoked. Like all my friends smoked,
Mm.
and then I I I think what happened was I got a little older and I took on like more responsibilities like in my life where I got a really good job. Like I had this job where I was like making like pretty good money. I was working with my dad, and they had like really strict drug laws. Or like yeah, they had like really strict like drug regulations at the job. And my dad was like, "Look, like I know you smoke weed, and I'm cool with that, but like, like this job is kind of dangerous, and like maybe you should take a break from smoking until you're more like familiar with the job." And I was like, "Yeah, okay, that makes sense." So I like quit smoking for like a few years, and then I was with some friends of mine, and um, like they were all giving me a hard time. Like they were all just kind of being dicks to me about not smoking. Like they're like, "Come on, man! Like what the fuck? Like why aren't you smoking weed, man?" And like, so I was like, "All right,
Pressure.
all right, all right." Yeah, they're peer pressuring me into smoking, and I was like, all right, fine, I'll smoke. So like I smoked, and since I hadn't done it in a while, I got like wicked fucking high,
Duty.
and like and I started to get like worried because I was like, fuck, dude, like what if something happens at work tomorrow and I get drug tested, I get fired because there's weed in my system. So like like for the first time in my life, I think I was like worried about my future, you know. And like that's like never been a thing. Like I've never like considered like, oh, like I should probably like be worried about my job, you know. And so you know, the people I was with, they could see that I wasn't like enjoying myself, and they were like, what's wrong with you? And I was trying to like, you know, I was like, well, I'm worried about this and that. And they were like, oh, are you worried? Are you worried about your job? You know, and they were like being dicks to me about it. And yeah, and so that just made it worse. And then I was kind of just looking at him, and I was like, you know what the fuck you guys got going on? You know, like, it's like you're just sitting here getting high all goddamn day, and like you're just making me feel bad because I'm actually concerned about things that are going on in my life, and you're just being dicks about it. So like, you know, like I just like I just kind of called it right there. I was like, you know what? I don't really feel like this is adding anything to my life. I don't have a problem with it. Like my wife smokes all the time. It's fine. Like it's just like it just like didn't really do anything for me. And I tried to smoke like here and there since that point, but it just the same thing. It just gave me really hard anxiety, and I was like I'd freak out, and like as soon as the high would kick in, it was like being on the top of a roller coaster where I was like, oh, this was a bad idea, you know. Yeah, and I was just like, I want off, stop the ride, you know. And like I just
Turn it
yeah,
off.
yeah, turn off, you know, like, and it just never worked out. And so I was like, you know what, it's okay if I don't do this anymore, it's fine, you know.
For
But
sure,
yeah,
man.
it's kind of funny because a lot of people like think that I do, and you know, maybe it's the hair, maybe it's like, you know, I don't know, like my laid back demeanor, I don't know. But yeah, I guess if there's something that people wouldn't necessarily know from me right away, I don't smoke weed, and I don't actually really do any drugs. I like to drink, I like to party, but like you know, I don't even really actually drink that much anymore. I used to a lot, and then you know, like I said, I got into some trouble, and then I met my wife, and like I kind of slowed down. I definitely don't send it as hard as I used to.
Yeah, you know, I've heard that before, the anxiety portion of it, and
Yeah.
you know, the more I talk about it with people, and the more I hear conversations about it, I've come to this like hypothesis of like, you know, we have a certain tolerance of like THC or whatever this THCA, or you know, the portions of the cannabinoids that allow us to connect with with that sensor of ourselves, right? What they call the
Yeah.
cannabinoid sensors and so on. Like that once you reach that level, that's it. You know, if you do a little bit more, then it just immediately you already have the levels that you need. You don't need to produce anymore. Your brain is already producing optimized levels of it. So when, because you're so
Yeah.
active, you know, you're physically active, you're physically engaging. So you have the other stuff, the serotonin, the melatonin, like all of these things that fire your neuron things that you are looking for in maybe in the THC or THCA. You're getting those already by your physical activity, by your constant music and creativity. You're getting a lot of what you need already. So getting something extra is like, yo, you don't need it. You know, that's my hypothesis. You know.
Oh, okay. That actually makes a lot of sense. Like that there's like just kind of like no room for it in there, you know.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. All right. Yeah, cuz I definitely really just like, yeah, I don't know, like I'm already pretty like spaced out as it is, and like, and I just like I definitely just like being sober, like just kind of just existing as is. Like I'm, not to like pat myself on the back or anything, but like I'm generally, for the most part, in a pretty good mood. I luckily I don't suffer from like any sort of like depression or like anxiety or any of that. Like, not to say I haven't had it before in my life, I definitely have. But yeah, like I said, like it just, with smoking weed, it just kind of got to this weird point where it just, yeah, like you said, like it just really felt like I just didn't need it,
Mm.
like it was either giving me too much of something, or it was giving me something that I just really need to have in my life.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
hear you. I hear you. Can I do the fast five? Is it a good time now?
Yeah, let's do it.
All
Yeah,
right.
dude.
So I don't know
Here.
if you've seen any of the other interviews or live casts that we do, but we try to do this. It sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But it's 5 questions. We ask maybe in the last of the questions we can go back to just full conversation, but try to answer as fast as you can without thinking about it. That's the thing
Okay.
for the first four at least. Okay.
All right. Let me grab a
All right.
drink real quick. We'll be back in a second.
Let's do
Be
it.
ready.
Everybody, hydrate. Get rid of that dry mouth.
You have any questions in the chat? Getting ready. Or...
I think we just had one from Sean. Anybody has some questions, please shout them out and preface your question with all caps, question, colon, and fire them off. But yeah, we do have one from Sean asking if he has any experience with b-boying, because he was doing some breakdancing and his no grinds at it, so it'd be cool to
That
hear.
is true. We can start with that before we do the fast five then.
Okay. We have one question from the chat so far. We'll see if any more roll up. But Sean Michelson asked, do you have any experience with b-boying, any breakdancing?
I do, actually.
Dick.
So that place that I mentioned earlier, the teen center, they had a stage, like a music like venue area with a dance floor, and there was this guy, Gershom, who taught a breakdancing class there, and I did that for a while, and I learned some moves, and yeah, we would like throw on some like break beats, and like kind of just like a bunch of us would go in on the floor and like do some stuff, and then someone else would come out, and like he would like instruct us on like how to do it better, and like certain moves and more advanced stuff like flares and like windmills and stuff. And I never got a flare, but I learned how to windmill pretty well. So yeah.
Cool, man.
It
That's,
almost looked like you did had the flair in that edit. Yeah.
So I can do the one. I can like do the start of it, but
Or
I
you
can't
can
keep
just
it going.
hard.
Yeah, I've never been able to.
the thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wild. Yeah, I've really thought about trying to like really learn how to do it and keep it going, but it's a lot of work, and I don't know if I'm like willing to put it in, but maybe I will someday.
It's like you put the work a little bit at the beginning, and then it just clicks, and then you got
Yeah,
it.
yeah, that's what I've heard. Is like like with the windmill specifically, it's like a thing that like you, or the flare, like you start at this one point, and then eventually it just kind of happens. And like that's actually how the flare, the windmill worked out for me. I remember I was trying it, and I would do the thing where I would get on my back and swing my legs over, but when I went onto my chest, my legs would always come down and my feet would kind of hit the floor.
Oh.
And it wasn't like smooth, it was like really choppy. And then one of my friends, like this kid I grew up with, he hurt himself really fucking bad, and he went to the hospital, and I went to the hospital with him. And wow, oh god, I'm such an asshole. I'm so ADHD, and like I have such a hard time sitting still. Like while he was like laying on the fucking like hospital bed, I'm in the corner of the room, like doing fucking windmills, and like I managed to do like 3 like perfect windmills, and I was like, fuck it, I did it! I did the windmill! And he's like on the bed like, let's go! He's like, that's really, I'm really happy for you.
Oh my god, dude! I could just like picture this
He
open
was like,
room
"I
with
will
him
try,
laying
but,
there.
you know."
There's a bunch of hospital sounds going on, beep, beep, and you're just
Yeah. He was like looked up and shit, and he like kind of looks up because what had happened was he fell on his stomach and he wound up rupturing his spleen. Like
Oh.
that's how rough a shape he was, and I'm all stoked about me figuring out how to break. And he's just over there like in agony, like trying to be stoked for me. You know, like he's like, "That's cool,
I'm
man.
bleeding
That's
internally. Could you do that a little quieter?"
like I'm in a lot of pain right now, dude." Like I'm like
I will try, man, but you know.
I don't know, man. It's two to make it true. I gotta keep practicing.
he's like, "I'm really trying to be happy for you and your breakdancing right now."
It hurts to smile.
Jesus.
I can't
Yeah.
do my tongue.
Yeah.
Oh my
Jeez,
god.
oh man,
Amazing.
dude,
Alright.
I know my buddy probably isn't listening to this, but if for some reason he was or he ever sees this, Caleb, I'm so sorry for that. That was really insensitive to me. I apologize.
Oh my god, man. I want to be a fly on the wall in that moment. That is a sitcom moment right there.
Legit. Dude.
Yeah.
Legit. That's sitcom moment for sure.
I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah. All right. Fast 5.
Let's do it.
All right.
Let's do it.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Park, street, or urban?
Park.
Oh, whoa. I wasn't expecting that one. Favorite skate of all time?
Skate or skater?
Skate.
Skate.
Skate. The first Chris Haffey Rems model.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah.
That's a pretty one.
Yeah.
I had that. Yeah, that's nice.
I got those, and my skating just shot through the fucking roof. Those skates were they were so good.
Those the gray ones or the black ones?
They were like the gray ones.
Gray.
They had like, it was like gray and tan, like they had that like that weird kind of like rainbow thing that they did. Like, so it wasn't those. It was not those ones.
Those are not the first ones, though.
Which ones were they?
Good
I know they were the Chris Haffey model. Where are they? Because those ones.
Those? Yeah, those are there. Yeah.
Those ones. Yeah,
I
I
had
remember.
those.
As soon as those came out, I got them. I think I got them for like Christmas or something. I went on a mall and I customized them in their like custom skate builder. I got the what was it, the Gen 2 ground control frames, and I got Frankie Morales's mind game wheels, the like clear ones. And yeah, dude, and like, dude, my like literally like it was crazy. Like my skating like just shot through the roof. I got so much better so fast in those skates.
I believe you, dude.
I still think. Yeah, those are sick.
They cost this to me, but I still like.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oof. Yeah, I think I got the worst concussions I've ever had in those things. So, I mean, it's not the skate's fault. It's just because
It's the way they made me feel.
Dude, it was the Chris Haffey.
I get it.
They made me crazy.
So what happened was we were at this school and there was this drop into this parking lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I
Those
love
are
these
sick.
streaks, man.
Those are the
Yeah.
Neils, right?
What's that?
Yeah,
No,
those are
These are the
uh,
halfway three.
they're the 2.5s. They might just be the team. I don't know if they had a pro. Like,
yeah, those were the ones they came out with before like the black one they reissued.
yeah, black one was
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah, so there was this like gap into this parking lot, and it was like a 20-foot drop into the parking lot. And I was skating with a bunch of my friends, and like I was just having such a good day. Like I did all sorts of really rad shit. I was so pumped. And we were skating back to the car, and I saw this drop. And earlier that day, my friends were like, "Yeah, man, like no one's ever done it. Like Matt tried it, but he didn't land it. It was really crazy." And I saw the drop and I just skated ahead of everybody and I fucking did it and I landed it like first try.
Wow.
And I did like the biggest fucking like abstract 180 and just like boom and stomped it and everybody was like, "What the fuck?" Right. And they were like, "We weren't filming. Like Sean was filming. Like, dude, what the fuck? Like, you got to do it again." So I was like, all right. So I went and tried it, didn't land it. Went and tried it, didn't land it. And then like, I got tired, and I jumped over, and my heels hit the ledge, and I did one of these and just like boom and just like knocked myself silly, dude. And like, yeah, it was really bad. But like, yeah, I mean, it wasn't the skate's fault. I mean, I guess maybe it was like a little bit of Chris Haffey was in those skates, and I couldn't help it.
He blessed
They
each
made
pair with magic.
All right, we got stuck. We got stuck.
Yeah,
on
we got
number
lost.
3.
All
Shout out to Haffy. Haffy, if you're hearing this.
you're the goat, man.
We need the Rems 3. Anyway, keep going. HR3.
Favorite trick of all time.
Favorite trick of all time.
Yeah, it can be yours. It can be somebody else. It can be anything. You can still be the backflip.
Favorite trick of all time, like I think like I don't really do them very often because I'm not good at them, but I really wish I was because I think they're just the coolest looking trick ever. But true top acid.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, nice.
You know
Yeah,
who's
just
my favorite true top acid? Brian Weiss.
oh
man.
yeah.
It
I
just,
think I know what clip you're talking about too.
oh my god.
I think
it's
here
also
in New
good.
York, man, here in New York, it's very easy to see everybody doing true top acid. There's so many people doing true top acid. It's like a regular trick here. Like,
I can't even do it. I can't, no.
Yeah, I know. I know that it's like a pretty common trick for a lot of people to do. It's just like for whatever reason, it's never been one of those tricks that I've like fully gotten a hold of to where I can do them all the time or do them on a lot of things. And like maybe one day I'll really like actually be able to unlock that trick the way I want to, but like until then, like for me it's a hard trick, it's a weird trick, but I just love the way it looks. Like when someone really does a nice one, it's just so sick.
yeah.
That and
I agree.
True Fish. Like True Fish is just such a cool trick.
Yeah.
I
Like,
like your lazy through fish. Like when you're
was
dropping with the grab. I love.
Yeah,
We showed one earlier going up a rail.
second favorite trick, yeah, like true fish, like true rocket fish, like where you're sitting on your that's a good one. That's a really good trick.
If I can
I was trying that today, like the back torque, like the like very low back torque to true fish, and just let the rocket pop out. I couldn't get it today, but I love that, man.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, we were skating this skate park. It's called Van Cortlandt. I was want to give a shout out to Jesus Medina and Julio. If you guys are watching or anybody that was there, it was a great session. Happy birthday, guys! Thank you for having us. It was great, but I couldn't get it. It was a high ledge. It was a dope session. Everybody was lacing, but yeah, when I see you do that trick, I'm like, man, I want to do it.
It's it's actually like a lot easier than you think. Like it's like it's kind of safe because if you just like if you approach it with the intent to kind of sit on your foot, if
Mm-hmm.
you miss your foot, you just kind of sit on your butt, and it's like not that big a deal. Like
Well, you,
as opposed to trying like a straight up true fish where you're like fully like putting your foot over and having your leg hang over the other side and grabbing,
yeah.
then there's the potential of you like missing your foot entirely and hitting your hip off the rail, and that's like what everybody fears. So like honestly, the sit down rocket fish, it's kind of cheating. I just think it looks cool, and
Me
like that's
too.
why
I agree with everything you just said, but
I,
there's also a
yeah,
flexibility thing, you
There you
know?
go. Hold.
You gotta be able to move your body the way you're doing right now, which, yes, it is way safer than a regular true fish in certain
yeah.
ways, but you gotta be able to twist your body like this.
So it definitely calls for like a body position that's pretty uncomfortable for most people. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's less of a question about it being sketchy and more of like a yeah, more of just being able to like squish yourself up like that. And like
Yeah.
I actually kind of learned I kind of learned that concept from like Demetrius George because I remember seeing him at a skate comp a long time ago, and I was talking to him about where he does that true soul on that like wicked high curved ledge.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of his older edits, and I was asking him about that, and I was like, dude, like that is so fucking crazy that you did that, and he's like, well, it's a bit of an optical illusion because it looks like I'm jumping really high, but if you look closely, I'm really just squishing up my legs. Like I'm really just kind of sitting on my feet so
Mm-hmm.
that like if you can jump up to that height and you can like fully intend on just squishing your body up and sitting on your feet, it's actually kind of safe and it makes it a little easier to do. And I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. And then like I started fucking around with like the true soul, like you was saying, and then I missed my foot one day, and I wound up doing like that kind of fish thing, and I was like, oh, that was fun. That was really cool. Like so,
Mm-hmm.
I just started working on it, and like now it's like a trick that I like to do a lot because I just like I said, I just think it looks cool and it feels cool to like really get a good one.
Yeah, yeah, I bet, dude. I've only done it like back toward to true fish like that, but true fish drop like that. I don't know why I don't like dare to, but I really want to get there. And I just listening to what you're saying right now, I now really want to try it because I feel like you just gave me some good tips there to try it.
I think the one secret that will make that trick happen is you have to commit to fully turning backwards.
Mm.
Like if you try like if you look at where I'm at, like my body is like fully turned over.
Mm,
If you try to do that thing that a lot of people do where they like half turn and like they're still kind of like facing the trick but their legs are turned and their
mm,
body's not,
yeah.
then you won't really do it the way you want to. You have to commit to fully turning backwards and sitting down because that will allow your foot to turn over enough to lock the fish really well.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. That makes so much
Yeah.
sense. Especially like
Yeah.
yeah, that makes so much sense because I feel like that's what because I was obviously going lazy into it from the back door, right? So I was actually trying to keep looking. So you're right. You're right.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Well, that's a perfect segue. Mentioning Demetrius. So, who is your the skater that it has influenced you the most? That's the last of the fast five that were not so fast.
Oh, um, Richie Eisler.
Ooh,
Like,
boy.
Well, I know people ask me that. They're like who's like your favorite skater of all time, and it's like, it could be Broskow, it could be Haffy, it could be one of the, like one of like one of the gods of, like, doing all the crazy shit. But like I could never do any of the shit that Broskow or Haffy could do. Like, one, because I didn't have the balls, and two, because I didn't really have the spots that called for that type of skating. So like when I really started to get into Richie Eisler's skating, I just fell in love with like his like really like flowy, dancey kind of skating where like, and like all of the switch ups that he did were so tasteful, and like it wasn't like, I know his older stuff was like he did a lot of super complicated like switch ups where it was just like bunch of switch ups on a rail. But like I think when he started skating for USD, and when he started getting like his pro carbon free boots, I think that's when his skating just became, like, to me personally, like that's when I started to really love what he was doing. And I started to like really kind of imitate a lot of the stuff he did, and like all of the toe roll stuff and the cess sliding into things and stalling, and like I think he was the skater that got me to get more into looking at grind centric skating mixed with more body movement style skating. And there's an edit that him and Dustin Werbeski put out where, and it's not that old, but it really showcases what I'm talking about with Richie Eisler's skating. And if you watch this edit, you can really see why I like to do some of the things I like to do. It's an edit where they're at a skate park. I think it was filmed all on their phones. It's like an edit where it starts out with like one of them is like landing on an airplane, like you can see like the plane coming down onto the runway, and then they go into this skate park, and you can see this edit. Yep.
Yes.
Yep, this is the talking about. Oh no, it's a car. Okay, yeah, whatever. Yeah, 306, like where they go into the skate park. It's like this little dinky little skate park, but they fucking tear the skate park apart. Like, and like there's like all this cess sliding and all this toe rolling and all this like weird like techie like but really smooth kind of like dancing like movements and shit. And like yeah, they like stall on the middle of coping and stuff, and like yeah, just watch this shit, dude. Like this edit's
Oof.
Yeah, dude. Like
Oh
stuff.
my god, dude.
Yeah, this sort of shit. This type of skating, when Richie Eisler really got into like all of this type of stuff, this just like blew my mind, and I was like, I want to skate like that. Like this is what I see. Like we saw a clip.
Yes.
I'm talking about, dude. That it's Richie Eisler and Dustin. I got really into his skating too, but like yeah, like jamming your wheels into weird spots, like finding places to do cess slides where you wouldn't expect to do a cess slide, like oh my god, went off the side, dude.
That's so weird.
It's so cool.
Come on.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know.
So good. Well, right now we're like, oh my god. Okay, we're like watching so much, and we're not really able to describe. But this edit, if you can, please.
It's so
good.
But like I said, like seeing Richie and Dustin Werbeski like do this type of stuff where they don't have a lot to work with, and they're doing so much.
Yeah.
Like because when I was younger, honestly, growing up here in Keene, New Hampshire, where there isn't there when I was younger, me and my friends, like, we would always get so fucking butthurt over the idea that we didn't have any of the skate spots that we wanted, like, in the early 2000s, because we were all watching, like, Brian Aragon and Haffey and Broskow, and they were skating all these, like, massive down rails and perfect ledges and, like, all these like handicap rails where they could do all these switch ups, and we didn't have any of that shit out here.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and so like, so we were like, man, like there's no skate spots out here, man. This place sucks. Like man, and it's so hard to skate out here, and like and so like a lot of my friends quit for that reason because they didn't have the things they wanted to skate. But I kept skating, and once people started uploading a lot of footage onto YouTube, I just started binging content. Like I would watch like that's how I like found out about like all of these skaters that I love today. Like, and when I saw the video Face the Music, I saw Dunkel and Ollie Short's section in that video, and it fucked me up because a lot of the spots they're skating in that video suck. And like especially in Dunkel's section in Face the Music, he's skating garbage. Like I think he skates a dumpster like in like a bunch of clips. He's just skating nothing. Like he's just, and Ollie Short is like finding all of these weird things to skate, but they were making like lemons in lemonade. They were working with what they had. And so after I saw that video, like I looked at my town in a different way, where I was like, actually, there's a lot of there's a lot of skate spots. You just got to get more creative.
Right.
You just got to figure out how to make all of this work for you. And so that really switched my style into like doing weirder stuff, finding more things to get weird with, and then seeing guys like Dustin and Dustin Werbeski and Richie Eisler, and even Eugen like manages to like do really wacky shit with like very little. And then like today, like Michael Kraft, like that dude can skate anything and make it look really cool.
Yeah.
And Dominic and
Joey
like Chris
Lunger.
Joey Lunger, yeah, he's another one who like does really cool shit with like practically nothing. And like Nick Riggle, with like all the heel roll and stuff. Like so all of the really wonky offbeat skaters I just like fell in love with, but Richie Eisler was the one that stuck out to me the most because of just how he could do all this really weird tech shit and make it look so smooth. And like that, so like Richie's like he's my favorite. Like he's in my eyes, he's the one that affected my skating the most, I think.
Wow,
nice.
Wow, I wouldn't guess that, to be honest. Like I wouldn't guess that. But now I see the edit and I'm like, it makes sense, totally.
Right?
Yeah. What would you say is the craziest blading story you can think of?
Oh my god. I got a story.
You must have crazy stories.
Okay. Okay. I've told this story a million times because not only is this a crazy skating story, it's just a crazy story in general. It doesn't involve us skating, but this wouldn't have happened if we weren't going to skate. So me and my buddy Greg, who, if he ever sees this, Greg, give me a fucking call. I haven't heard from you in forever. I fucking love you and I hope you're doing well. But my buddy Greg, so I was partying all night one night, and I hadn't gone to sleep, and it was like 6 a.m, and I went to H&R Block and I did my taxes. And I got I got a good chunk of money. I got like almost $2,000 back, and I went to my buddy Greg's house and I fell asleep on his couch, and he woke up and found me on the couch, and I was like, "Let's go to Bitter Cold," and he's like, "Okay." So he just like we booked the tickets, and I think we left like a few days later. And I, to this day, I don't know why we did this, but we took a train all the way from Vermont to fucking Michigan, and yeah, it was like a 10-hour train ride, dude. It took for fucking ever. It sucked. Like, so we take a train into Detroit, and we're at this bus stop in downtown Detroit, and we fell asleep at the bus station because we got there way too early to catch any buses. We finally, we wake up and our bus comes, so we're on the bus, and we're both just so tired, and we're like half asleep on the bus, and we stop at this stop, and a bunch of people get on, and behind everybody was a crackhead, like textbook crackhead. Like if you looked in the dictionary, this woman's picture would be right there. Like, so she walks up to the bus and she goes, "I'm only going a few blocks. Like, I don't got any money." And the bus driver goes, "Get on." So she gets on the bus, and I'm like, I'm kind of like, in and out of sleep, but like I'm looking at her, and like I'm starting to like really take her in, because she was dressed insane. Like, she was wearing the wackiest outfit. Like, she had a sweater that I think she was trying to pass off as a dress, because it wasn't quite short enough to be a sweater, but it also wasn't quite long enough to be a dress. And she like reached up to grab the bar, and her sweater dress lifted up, and she had nothing on under. So
classic Detroit.
So her setup is just fucking flapping in the breeze. and like nobody cares. Like, nobody is noticing that there's like this half naked crackhead on the bus, because it's Detroit. You see this shit all the time. And like, dude, like seriously, like a foot away from like this, there's like this old woman like reading the newspaper, and like a foot away from her is this woman's vagina, and she's just like, "What?" And I'm like, "What the fuck, dude? What the fuck is going on?" And like, so then she starts talking, and she's talking to the bus driver, and the bus driver, like, dude, you got to give it up for like inner city bus drivers. Like, they have it. Yeah. Like, they don't give a shit about nothing. Like, she was, big woman, and she's driving the bus, and this crackhead is just like, "Yeah, so I went to the doctor because apparently I got pregnant." And the bus driver's like, "Mm-hmm." And she's like, "Yeah, well, I just got out of the doctor this morning, and the doctor said the baby died." And the woman goes, "Oh, well, that's sad." She goes, "Nah, it's fine. I didn't want no baby anyhow."
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Now I'm like really starting to wake up. Like, now I'm like, "Oh shit, I gotta hear this. This is fucking, what the fuck, dude? This lady is crazy as shit." So then she's like, so I was at my cousin Keisha's house, and I was like, "You know what, bitch? You owe me money. I want to see my money right now." And she was like, "Fuck you, bitch. I ain't giving you your money." And then Keisha, she slapped me in my face. And the bus driver goes, "Oh, shit." And she goes, "Yeah." So I punch that bitch in the mouth, and I knock her down. And she goes, "You can't hit me. I'm only 13. She goes, "I don't give a fuck how old you is, bitch. I want my fucking money." So,
oh my god.
So then she's like, "Yeah, so I broke the fuck out of there, and now I'm here, because my pimp is getting out of prison this morning, and all of us hoes is about to go out and see him."
No.
And so the bus stops, and the doors open, and the woman goes, she goes, "Yeah, this is where all the hoes gonna be at." And she turns to everybody on the bus, and she lifts up her shirt. and just shows her tits to the whole bus. And she goes, yeah, this is where all the hoes at. And she walks off the bus, and everybody in the crowd like sees her getting off the bus, and they're like, oh shit, and they all split. And like they like
don't let her touch you.
Like yeah, this guy jumped behind a car and then he pops out and he's got his phone shit and he's filming. And then like there's this one woman and she's got her big puffy jacket on. It was winter, you know, because bitter cold. And like, it's winter, and she's got the little hat with the thing on top, and she's got her backpack on. She's all pissed off because it's early and she's got to work. And the crackhead just like walks past her with her tits out. And she looks at the crackhead and she goes, God damn it, bitch, it's way too early for that shit. And she goes, fuck you, bitch. Fuck you, bitch. I'll fuck you up, bitch. I don't give a fuck what you think about me, bitch. And the woman goes, ah, and she gets on the bus. And the woman runs across this gas station parking lot with their shirt still up, runs across the parking lot, runs into a convenience store, and then like 5 seconds later runs out with 2 40s in her hand. And with her shirt still up, like tits still out,
talent.
40s in her hands, and she just disappears into Detroit, and the fucking doors close. And we start moving. And I'm like this, like...
I don't know if I should get off, stay on, I don't know what to do.
I'm wide awake. And I look over at my buddy Greg, and Greg is like... Did you just see that shit, dude? And I was like, yeah, I fucking saw that shit. And I went, whoa, what the fuck was that? And everybody on the bus starts laughing at me. And like everybody's like bah, ha, 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 ah. And there's this like one dude in the back with like one big guy and one little eye, and he goes, y'all ain't from around here, is ya? And I was like, no. And he goes, yeah, it's a bit early for that sort of thing, but you know, around 11, 12 o'clock at night, you see that type of shit all the time. And, like, so then we just went to bitter cold and just acted like...
After that, I was numb, and then skating, the tricks, like, I could hurt myself, didn't matter.
Yeah.
Dude, like, the last bitter cold I went to, nothing crazy like that happened. It was pretty chill. I was actually kind of bummed. I was hoping to see some live...
What are the tits?
Yeah.
Where's the hose at? Where's the hose? What bus stop we going to?
Yeah, dude. I'll never forget that. That was crazy.
Shawn Michelson says legend has it that her shirt is still up.
Yeah. She's still out there. Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you, hoe.
That's a way to live life, I'll tell you what.
Definitely.
Honestly, man, the way she was talking about it seemed like she was having a good time. Like
she was with it, man.
You know?
Yeah, she was in it. Like she's just, this is how it is. This is how I live.
Wish I was that confident, man. I'd probably land a lot more tricks.
Same.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like we should all like be that bold and like unfazed by life, you know?
Yeah, skate like a crackhead. You heard it here first.
Yeah. You heard that, Sean? We need those shirts again. We need to bring that company back in.
Like,
You know?
Yeah. Oh my god, that's great.
Crack sales or something like that. What was it?
Yeah. Crack deal, I think,
What's-
right?
Crack deal, yeah.
Vert shit.
Say it
Like,
again?
do you remember those smoke
Yeah.
crack skate? Yeah.
From Bird, yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
All right, let's run through some of the final chat questions, and we can start wrapping it up. We're coming up on 3 hours, which seems to be about our turning time nowadays. I like it.
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
Yeah.
So Rob Dark has 2 questions. First one: are you sponsored, or have you ever been? And yeah, why don't you tell us a little bit about your sponsors, my man?
So, I don't have a boot sponsor. I rode for Rollerblade for a little bit. It was cool. I really loved being a part of the team. Like Sean and Cameron and all those dudes are fucking awesome. It didn't really work out with Rollerblade, um, but that's like the only boot sponsor I've ever had. Other than that, I've never really had one. Uh, I I don't have a wheel sponsor per se, but you know that's gonna change with movement.
Yep.
I have a ski board sponsor, oddly enough. I wouldn't say I'm sponsored by Create Originals, but like they give me what I need. You know, like if I hit a Brian or Hakeem and I ask for frames, they hook me up.
Nice.
So like, you know, I'm not like on the team or anything, but like, you know, just
flow,
kind of sort of sponsored by them, I guess.
Yeah.
But I do ride for Culture Ride Supply Skate Shop, and basically like if I need boots, they'll hook me up. Like yeah, everybody follow Culture, buy from them. They're super cool. Like you know, like everybody who works there is awesome. Like, yep, there he is. Oh yeah, also Flow State Wax. Like he makes his own wax, and it's really fucking good, and it's in the shape of skulls, which I really like. So
it's such good wax too.
It is. It's really fucking good, dude. Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah. So like, yeah. Support Culture. They're awesome, and yeah, that's about it. Yeah, like you know, like I kind of get hooked up with, you know, I get hooked up with frames if I need them. No boot sponsor. The wheel thing is hopefully going to change soon, but yeah, that's about it. Yeah,
there you go.
I'm kind of just out there on my own,
putting in good work,
doing your thing, bro.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's cool. You know, like I have a set of skates coming to me in the mail that I'm very excited about trying. The was it the new T-Nex?
Yeah.
Like I tried a pair. If you look up Holler Goth on Instagram, he had a pair of T-Nex that he let me try, and yep, there he is. Yeah, like he had a pair of T-Nex that he let me try, and they're really good. Like they're very, very cool skates. They fit really well, and I really like the way they skate. Whoa, that was actually really fucking sick.
Yeah, that was epic.
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
Dang, dude.
Death slide,
damn.
soul, like fast slide kind
of.
Yeah, he was doing all sorts of wacky shit during the Blade Camp. Like, yeah, this kid is really good. Like, he's got a lot of really cool things that he does. I like his skating a lot. But yeah, I tried his T-Nex and I was super, super impressed. I was kind of blown away by like how good they were. So, yeah, like Culture Ride Supply actually is sending me a pair. So
yeah, sick, man.
Yeah,
I saw a few people in Vermont skating there, remember?
Yeah, dude.
John Manley Adams at the fundraiser for Windy City this past weekend had him on. That's the first time I saw him in person. He was putting them to work. They look like they're agile for sure.
Yeah,
they're the lightest skate in the market.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is like they are super light. Like when I put them on, like it kind of felt like I wasn't wearing anything. Like it just felt like I was wearing like a pair of like shoes, like that just like fit really good. Like the fit is really wide, which I really like, and I kind of, so like if I can like touch on this for a little bit, like so I've started wearing like barefoot shoes like a few years ago, which are they're just like they don't have any cushion in them. They're just 100% flat, and they have like very very thin like sole. So it's basically your foot is as close to the ground as it can be, and they
Mm.
have a super wide toe box, so your toes can like spread out and stuff. And like because I like my wife and I like transitioned to this style of shoe, my foot started changing shape, and there were certain skates that I just couldn't wear anymore, because a lot of skates are really narrow. And I used to be one of those people that would find like the narrowest, tightest, like teeny little tap dance shoe skate I could find, because I was under the idea that it, like, you know, the tighter the fit, the more control, you know, you want them
Right,
to feel
right.
lighter. But but it hurt. Like, it hurt my feet because my feet got wider, and so that's when I started skating shadows. Like, I had a lot of clips and shadows for a while, and not just skating shadows. I couldn't ride the boot that they come with, like the kind of snowboard boot thing they're doing now. I couldn't even ride those because those were too narrow. So what I did was I had a pair of Intuitions, the Wizard Edition Intuitions, the silver ones, and I put those in my shadows, and that felt fucking rad. Like, that, it literally, dude, it felt like I was wearing like a pair of sandals. Like it didn't feel like anything. It just felt like I had like nothing on my feet. So I got really really used to that. So then that's why I couldn't really skate Mesmers until they went to the wider boot with the TS2. And unfortunately, and I really hate to say this because I really do love the Mesmers, and I also really like Billy O'Neill, and I love John, and I love the company as a whole. I think they're doing really cool fucking shit. Like, I love their whole, yeah, there you go. Yeah, the Intuitions with the fucking the shadows. Yeah, they're dude. Anybody, if you have a pair of Intuitions and you also have a pair of shadows, try that combination out because it's really crazy. Um, but yeah, like, I really love Mesmers, and I love the company, and I think they're doing a lot of really rad shit. But even the Mesmers are starting to get a little too narrow for me. And so like yeah, they're kind of starting to hurt my foot a little bit. So like, when I tried the T-necks are super wide, like they're really wide fitting skate. And when I put them on, I was like, oh shit, this is how I want a skate to feel. And I had to like, I had to give them back. I had to like, I took them off and I gave them back to that kid. And I was like, dude, I need to take these off because I'm not gonna want to give them back to you. Like, they feel too good. Like, and so yeah, so I was talking to my buddy over at Culture Ride Supply, and I was like, yeah, I really want to try those T-necks. So he's sending me a pair, and yeah, I'm really stoked because yeah, they're a really good feeling skate.
That's
Awesome,
dope.
man.
That's
Yeah.
dope.
Sweet.
I hope they work for you, man.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean they should. Like, I was really like the frame slash soul combination. Like, like the energy transfer is so good. Like, you can like you get so much speed because there's like no lag. There's like no moving parts, and like how they're all riveted together. They're all this like one solid piece, like the Aeons.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, they're just so like, they, I don't know, the control and the speed. Like, I was just really impressed. Like, I'm super excited to try those things.
Sweet, man.
Good. Yeah.
Talking
Yeah.
about skates, Rob had his second question was, if you could pick a color for your, like, you had a pro skate, what would your pro skate color be?
Oof, that's a tough one because I've been thinking about that for a while, actually. Like, if I could, you know, like my immediate thought goes to like purple because it's my favorite color. But Nils already did that. So like, you know what? Actually, I think I would do like I really liked how that Blades edition Aeon came out with like that really
Yes.
nice like lilac
Yeah,
color.
the EQT.
And yeah, and like Bobby Spazov's like his like kind of lilac colored
Yeah.
skate. That
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
actually really surprised. Like a lot more people were cool with that skate than I thought they would be.
Oh, I
And
love that
like,
skate. Yeah.
yeah, I would maybe do something like that, like a light pastel kind of color. You know, something that's
Sick.
like not super like aggressive, but also definitely like a color that you don't see often. I think I would try and go in that direction.
With very poppy wheels.
Yeah, yeah, with like some really like maybe like fucking like I don't know, like neon blue wheels or some shit, you know, like just at least like yeah, just something you don't see, you know, like like it would so like a skate that would either like be very celebrated for how weird it is or hated like because I feel like there are some skates that like have really pushed the envelope when it comes to like looks and style, and I think like Bobby Spazov has been one of those guys who is just like, you know what, I'm gonna do a fucking wacky ass looking skate.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
some of them have been like really popular. Like I really liked what was it, like that moon skate he came out with, that weird gray color. It was kind of like a grayish bluish kind of like it was like a light gray almost blue kind of color. I think it was his first pro Rossi skate. That was cool. And then he did that like domestic punk skate that was like, and then he did that like black and pink with like the white piping, like that thing. And it's like a lot of people are like, ugh, that's gross. But I was like, you don't see that. Like it's a there really isn't any other skate that's like really kind of like
I
that
think there's a reason
wacky.
for that. Just kidding.
Right. No, but like I mean, yeah, that thing. Like
It's a thing for
yeah,
sure.
so that's like you know what? Like I don't think it looks that bad. Like
No,
a
I'm
lot
a
of
fan.
people were like hating on that skate, and I think it's kind of cool.
No, I like it. I just don't like it's an
I
I think it's its
like
M12. I
own
wish it
thing,
were
man.
Fifth
Like I don't
Element.
think I've ever seen
it.
anything like it. I agree with you.
No, it is, and it's like
That's
you know what? Like the type of people who are gonna be into it are gonna be into it. You know, like
Sure.
like I think yeah, like that's a cool color, dude. Like that
That
just
is the
looks really
cool color.
yeah. Like and it's like I think like I do gotta give like props to Bobby because I think that you can't please everybody, and if you have the opportunity to do something that you want to do, just fucking do it. You know,
Yeah.
like don't make any exceptions for anybody because you're afraid that they, "Ooh, what if it doesn't sell? What if they don't like it? What if like so what? Like at least like if a bunch of people hate that skate that Bobby put out, at least Bobby has it and he can put that skate on his wall and be like, I fucking made this. You know, like this was something in my head that I wanted to see in existence and now it exists. And that's fucking cool. And like, you know, like it's like, you know, like people not getting too wrapped up about the type of skating that they do. You know, like don't let people tell you how to skate. Don't
Mm-hmm.
let people tell you how to design your skates. If you have the opportunity to make something, fucking do whatever you want. Like
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so like yeah, if I were to make a skate, like I can't right off the bat say exactly what to do, but like it would definitely be something that is like it wouldn't be black and it wouldn't be gray and it wouldn't be white. You know, it definitely wouldn't be one of the standard colors that people stick to.
Saying it wouldn't be standard. I'm just kidding.
All right. Oh man, we are at 3 hours and 5 minutes. So, is there anything you want to leave the people with, my man? What do you want to tell the people about blading?
Oh, well, I think if you're curious about blading and you want to try it, do it. I think I think where blading is right now is the personally I think it's in the best spot it's ever been. Culture wise, maybe not financially, but but as far as like I've never seen skaters more in support of each other. I've never seen uh, skaters more close to each other. And going on the Vermont Blade Camp really, really explained that to me. That like we're all like working really hard to get along with each other, and we're
Yes.
working really hard to make this a very like safe space for people to go and have a good time.
Yeah.
So like if there's if there's any aggressive sport or even just like if you want to get into free skating but you're unsure about who you're going to run into or the type of people that you're going to meet, I'd say right now it's a really cool space, and there's a lot of cool fucking people doing it, and I'm really really happy with where skating is going right now and where it's at, and also I think I'm gonna start filming instructional videos on because while I was at the Blade Camp, a lot of people were asking me how to do certain things, and the biggest one that I got is people were asking me how to air out of quarters. Like a lot of people ask me like man, how the fuck do you like air out of quarters? Like I've been trying it, I can't do it. I don't know how it works. Like or I can do it, but it's not as good as I'd want it to be. And uh, I've been giving out like a lot of tips and tricks and like I was talking to you about the fish brain. Um, like I've been doing that for a really long time, and I think I have enough knowledge on how to do certain things to start putting out skate videos where I'm gonna really break things down and really try to like help people like level up and get to like a better place in skating. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna start doing that as soon as as soon as things come together. I've been really busy lately, but as soon as I have more time on my hands, I think the first video I'm gonna film is how to air out of a quarter pipe, and then
There you
see how
go.
that goes from there.
Awesome, man.
There
Yeah,
you go.
Wait, I
yeah,
I look
think
forward to seeing that one.
yeah,
I'll learn some from it.
that's a
yeah,
good
man.
transition into the final question too. How can the people support you?
Oh, well, giving me a follow on the old Instagram could help. And also, like I said, supporting movement, grab a t shirt, pick up a set of sunglasses, because the more, the more of that stuff that we can get out. The more ability we'll have to get closer to producing wheels and maybe even more stuff in the future. Movement is like the big project in my life as far as skating goes, and if you help movement, you help me. So,
There you go.
so
All right, join the
There you go.
movement, people. Good
And
stuff.
culture, support culture
Yeah,
if you
support
can.
culture,
oh,
support
Right?
Epicenter.
geez,
Yeah.
sorry.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
Right.
culture runs. Dude, yeah, you
Yeah.
help
we're just
out culture.
vibing.
Definitely help me, and you help a lot of people out, and you just help blading in general
Hmm.
because skate shops are becoming fewer and fewer every day,
Hmm.
and culture is definitely like out. Culture does a lot out in Prescott, Arizona, and they support. Not only do they support skaters, but like skateboarders and scooters and other stuff. And so
Nice.
yeah, support your local skate shops. Yeah, even Thorough out in Boston, like if you're close to them, go to them. If you're close to culture, go to culture. If you're unsure about a website to go to, Culture Ride Supply. Like hit them up. um
Yep.
but yeah, like yeah, it's like how to support me, support culture, support movement, and you'll just be supporting rollerblading altogether by doing some of those things. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
Awesome, dude. Sweet. Well, it's been fantastic having you on, man. A lot of great stories. You've got a lot of fun things to say, dude. And your skating is impeccable. It is this every time, even when it's something that I've seen before. It always takes me a second to just put myself into the mindset of what it would mean to do those tricks. And I feel that exact feeling that you feel when you are inspired by other people. You inspire me to want to go out and do crazy stuff too. So I really, really commend all the things that you do, and I really appreciate all the hard work you put in.
Well,
Yes,
I really appreciate that, dude. It's kind of weird to think that what I'm doing is affecting others in a positive way. I'm glad it's a positive way. I don't want to affect anybody negatively, but yeah, dude, like
well,
coming.
let's see if
Yeah,
I'm able to sleep thinking about this true fish right now, right?
yeah, I might have fucked your head up a little bit, but
Yeah.
well, well, no, you'll just be stoked to go out there and do it. Like, dude, when you do it, let me know if what I said helped. Like, I want to know if it actually helps you out.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like I was gonna say, like I'll end it on this, like just like growing up in this like super small town with like skates, and then you know being able to being able to like put out material on Instagram, YouTube stuff, and then see the type of reaction I get from everybody is it means a lot. It's a super positive thing. Like I get messages and from people I don't even know who are just like holy shit, dude, like I love watching your stuff, and it means a lot to me. Like it really does. Like I'm glad that people enjoy what I do, because yeah, it's kind of hard to wrap my head around that like people like it that much, but I'm very thankful, and I really I just want to I like what some of my favorite skaters have done for me. I hope I can do that for other people.
Well, dude, authenticity cannot be faked, and authenticity comes
Mm-hmm.
through
Mm-hmm.
anything, you know. So you're an authentic person, and putting yourself very authentically out there. Now we know how to support you, but please, if there's anything else that we can do to support anything that you want to do, please count us in. We love
Mm-hmm.
what you do. We love
Yeah.
what you bring to the table. Thank you for what you're doing. And I hope that we either get to see you again in this space or in another space. And thank you so
Yeah,
much for being here, bro.
Mm-hmm.
anytime, dude. It was great. Yeah.
Sweet, man. Yeah, this has been a fun one. All right, y'all. Well, we're gonna close it out here. We're going to move on to Sasha's favorite song, actually, from his new album with his band Epicenter, Propagate, from the album Floods. We're gonna close out with that one. If you guys have yet to listen to Epicenter and you like metal music, you are going to be very happy. So go and give them a listen. Thank you again, Sasha, so much for being here. It's been so fun, man.
Thank you, brother.
Dude,
Much love.
thank you. Love you guys.
All right.
Love you. Thank you, everybody that tuned in.
Yeah, guys. Later, Bladers. We appreciate you. We'll catch you on the next one.
Yeah, thank you, everybody. Thanks for watching.
All right.
Later, y'all.
Here you go.
Go here, Bob.